You're live. You're live.
Happy.
All right. Putting the link in our Google Calendar. Right? So we all share that. All right, let's see if we can get this photo to go up. So, what are our options? I guess we just chat for a bit.
Cool.
Yeah, the program is not resuming yet. All right. Let's see what happens. We should probably share that screen. Say hi to whoever's on here.
What's up? What's up?
We are sharing. All right, we're picture in picture now. So what we need to do is get a laptop so we can watch. Hey everybody. Oh, it's right here. Hey everybody. We're getting set up. We're waiting for the top four to start in foil. So bear with us. We're about to have a full party in here.
Party time.
Might be under the desk inside the studio, under the or on top of that. Is it?
Yeah. Hello, citizens of planet Earth. We are running a little bit behind schedule, but nothing that we can't handle.
I think we're ahead of schedule. We're not missing any action.
It's true. It's true. For those of you that joined us early, thank you. And for those that did not, you'll see this later or never at all. Okay, we are going to get on here. Here we go. Sweet. All right. So, Eric.
Ari.
It's a pleasure to have some foil representation on this live stream.
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch some bouts, say some smart stuff. You know,
so you're the resident smart guy. You and Nick. Stephen and I don't really know much about foil.
And
so.
I would wait until you see when we get done with this, but
all right,
I'll do my best.
That sounds good. So let's look at the bracket so far. Ooh, I need to create a new password. That's so tough. Okay. They have safeguarded the live results behind a user and password. So everyone that was previously using Fencing Time Live now has to do so with an account. Okay. So now Fencing Time Live should be good. All right.
Shout out Dan Burke though, creator of Fencing Time Live.
Yeah. Tell us about him.
Oh
Tell
yeah,
us
he's
about him.
he's a local legend, or maybe an international legend at this point. But he's actually from my original club, Rain City Fencing Center.
Oh, he's from
And,
Seattle.
Yeah, he basically a long time ago, he was basically said like, why is the fencing software so inadequate? I can build a better thing myself. And then he did. And more competitions have started adopting it. And then all of a sudden it's like pretty much the number one choice. Like we get more and more.
What?
He's got a good radio.
DJ thinks you have a good radio voice.
Oh, appreciate
You
that,
do have a
DJ.
good radio voice. Come on in. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
live.
get in here.
All right. We got Stephen entering the studio and our second time guest, Nick Prince.
Woo!
Come on in. Woo!
What's up, dude?
Hey, we can get started. We can get started. All right. So, like I said, today will be a bit of a party. We got some people coming in. Steven, Nick.
Yo,
good to see you
how we
guys.
doing, Ari?
We're doing real well.
Feeling
We're
good?
doing real well.
Feeling alive and well on this beautiful.
I feel very alive and well.
It's Saturday, right?
I'm gonna get us set up to record so that
Okay.
you can make fun content.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Ari's such a pro, man. So are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh shit.
Stepping into the hot seat.
We have 3 viewers.
Okay. What's good, guys?
What's
How
up,
you guys
Free?
feeling today?
Steven, how's that you?
What's up, Eric?
How's it
Long
going,
time no
Nick?
see,
Dude,
bro.
it's been so long. Have we seen each other since like pre-COVID?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm in the group chat for Nyack. I
Yeah.
always see you in that. I can't.
Well,
ever
I mean,
really make it.
I'm usually not able to come on Saturdays, but
Okay.
I might start coming on Saturdays.
No, I know Thomas has been pulling up.
Yeah, no, dude, he's a good fencer.
Is he?
He's a strong fencer. I got
Let's
a lot of
go.
respect for. Shout out Thomas Murray.
Yeah, he's got the most original style, I will say. I've never seen any. Nah, bro. I've never seen anyone fence like you, Thomas. The way you move is so interesting. Pause.
He is known as one of the better training bats at ND. Nick Aitken loves fencing time.
He's a crafty guy.
Yeah. So I peeped. It can still in right now.
Yeah.
OMG.
I need to check the results.
This is the professional preparation you can expect from the
From
The director elimination live stream.
Listen, I was taking it's foil. I'm taking it back.
Right, right.
I'm along for the ride.
Okay.
I love that. I love
My
that.
opinion means approximately this.
Yeah. No.
No, it doesn't,
Yeah.
man. See, that's what everyone's trying to act like. It doesn't mean that. I think fencers should get more like comfortable being like fencing is fencing, no matter what the weapon is, right?
Somebody got to teach me right away first.
Yeah,
If somebody
yeah.
teaches me right away, good. Then I can.
Okay.
Fencing is fencing it, but I got nothing.
No, you can admire a good lunge when you see one, right? A good freaking direct attack
We should
in
have
preparation. You can always spot that.
We should have Ari and I try and referee a match for like. 5
Yeah, I
matches
like
to see
that.
what the difference is.
I like that.
You know what I was watching the other day that actually is like super like fencing footwork translates?
Yeah.
It's badminton.
Ooh,
Like
really?
Because it's just like they're just like
They're like
Yeah,
back and forth,
back and
and they're
forth.
always doing like the exact same as a fencing lunge.
Oh,
I play
Yeah?
twice. a
Really?
week.
Oh, okay. So,
really?
I think it's the best like cross training.
oh, for sure, yeah.
because you're not just moving forward and backwards. You're
Yeah.
moving like everywhere.
And it's
but-
like constant motion too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you play like singles, it gets really tired.
Yeah.
Like,
No, we
doubles is fun, but like singles, it's a workout.
yeah, at Polaris Fencing Center, we do a lot of badminton as a warm up.
it's a great.
Polaris
Yeah.
Fencing Center. Where's that?
Brian Kanishiga's new club.
Oh,
He's my
that's in
coach now.
Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
in,
man.
It's Orange, New Jersey.
And so you guys be rocking badminton there.
Depends on the day. Depends on the clientele who's there that day.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah.
How tall is the net for badminton?
Probably like yay high.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's really tough to like get it to go down though, because like if you hit it hard, it just
Yeah.
kind of like floats in the air. I don't know. You've seemed like you have got more like
I mean, like my whole journey with it was like 2 years ago. Because Soren, me and Justin's coach, he used to play a lot,
Yeah.
like as cross training.
Mm.
It's 2 years ago. Justin and I
Always
started
trying to kill
playing
us.
as well.
Oh, thank you.
And Justin had like some racket sport experience. He was pretty good at badminton already.
Yeah.
But I started at like 0, right? And it was so fun because, we've been fencing for so long and you're like training so hard to
Yeah.
get like this much better, right?
Yeah.
But it was so fun to be so bad at something. And then, week to week, you get like 30% better.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just like make these huge jumps
Yeah.
because there's like your ceiling is so,
Oh,
or
absolutely.
like so much higher than where you are when you start.
And
So,
I
For
also
sure.
feel like being really good at something like fencing, and just like something where you have to think strategically, or else like you're just toast. And then applying that to something brand new is like so much fun. Like
yeah.
as you get older in life, just being able to take that sort of like warrior mindset
Yeah.
and apply it to something new is like it's cool to be able to then
Be like
like
tactile about
Yeah,
things. And, like,
exactly.
you start to, even without any formal like understanding of tactics,
Right.
like I've started to like
Yeah.
move the opponent around and like on the court and then try and set up shots, and like it's the same thing. You're using these like inputs
Yeah,
to create a reaction and then score a point.
Is
right?
that always how you think, or you just do you always think when you approach a sport, you're like, okay, I'm eventually gonna take this tactically. I'm eventually gonna like really try and learn the nuance of
See,
this.
I would like to do that with every sport, but I think you got to have like a certain level of proficiency
Mhm.
before you can
Totally.
incorporate any sort of like tactics or high
Yeah.
level like strategy. And most sports for me at this point are going to be needing to get good enough at actually doing it to get to that like tactical.
No, for
side.
sure. But it sounds like you in badminton, man.
Mm.
You guys are.
I love it. I have some coworkers, and we got a new coworker, and they were like, "All right, what do you do for fun?" I was like, "Badminton." And if you're not going to mention fencing,
you
I
gotta
was
watch
like,
some highlights.
I gotta watch some
seriously.
badminton.
No, it's
I'm-
sick.
It's so
dude.
much
What
fun.
I'm envisioning now is like when it's called the birdie, right?
Yeah.
When it's like about to hit the floor and you gotta like dive
You
for
lunge.
it.
Yeah, and
to
then
get
you
it.
lunge
Do a
all
lunge.
out and just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also a level of control you need to have with your wrists, right? When you're
Yeah.
making that like strong motion, you have to still kind of keep it accurate. I can see that. What do you guys think of pickleball?
I think that it's a fun sport to play.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. I think it takes a lot of what you like in tennis and a lot of what you like in all these other sports, and it just smashes it into something that's bigger than ping pong in terms of movement. But
Bigger than ping pong in terms of movement, we're saying.
Like you have to move.
yeah,
more
you have
on
to
the
move
court.
more than ping pong.
Okay.
I think so.
I think at the highest level, ping pong though, like
Oh my
ping pong
God.
Yeah, when
looks
you end up like 20 feet
really
back from the table.
challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
highest level of pickleball is probably pretty tough too. wouldn't
Yeah.
you say?
You think
Well,
so?
they
I
make
don't
good
know.
money.
They make good
really
money, dude. It's like good play. A lot of really good tennis players, but they weren't the most elite tennis players.
right.
But still, really, really dang good. Like think
Yeah.
about the number of tennis. These are like blue chip level athletes.
Okay.
Switch to
Like
pickleball.
D1,
Wow.
D1 athletes.
yeah. There was like a
Maybe-
guy from
maybe
Notre
I'm
Dame
hating.
named
Maybe I'm
Will
hating.
Howells,
Okay.
who was a D1 tennis player, and he was good at tennis.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't like scraping by, right? He
Right,
got
right.
recruited. He was a strong athlete. He played at the NCAA level
Yeah.
and won plenty of matches at that level.
Huh.
And I think he just didn't have enough pro prospects in tennis.
Right.
And maybe he did. Maybe I'm speaking out of pocket, but
Mhm.
he then recently, in the last probably 2 or 3 years,
Mm.
quit his job and is fully in on pickleball. Like,
Wow.
that is his career.
Really?
Yeah. And he was #1 doubles player in the world at one point.
Wow.
Wait, really?
Go Irish.
Wait, pickleball or
Go Irish.
tennis? #1 in the world.
I think you would have heard of him if he was #1.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But pickleball's growing. Maybe you'll hear about him via pickleball channel soon. So let's talk fencing real quick.
Yeah, let's go fencing.
So
What's that?
today there is a lot of fencing going on, and we have a bit of time before
Oh, yeah.
the semifinals and finals start.
Results,
Yeah, so we are right now. We have a tournament happening for every single category of fencing. Oh, 1 sec, Nick. We got you.
Are we good? Right there. Oh,
You
these guys
speak
are foul.
loudly enough, so it's perfect. So we
Yeah.
have a lot going on. We have an épée Grand Prix for men's and women's épée. We have a foil World Cup for men's and women's foil, and then we have individual saber World Cups for each event. So that is a pretty crazy fencing weekend, if you ask me. So as fencers, let's check in on the results. Let's start with women's saber in Athens. It just finished. Maya Chamberlain balled out. She got sixth
Oh, hell yeah.
place.
Nice.
Oh.
Shout out Maya. She lost to the eventual silver medalist, a Russian fencer named Yana Igoryan, one of the all-time better fencers, I think, in women's saber. And it was a close match, 15-13. But shout out Maya. That's a huge result. Yeah, our Prieur teammate, Team USA
Team
teammate. She's
Prieur,
an
go Team
Olympian
USA.
pursuing her second Olympics, and she's participating next week in
Oh,
the
the
very
camp.
first World Fencing League event. She
Oh,
is one of the two
sweet.
women saberists.
Sweet.
So
Super
Maya's got a
sick.
busy couple weeks coming up.
And she got her camp, right?
And she has a camp after that with Elizabeth Tartakovsky.
Wow.
So really busy week and pretty exciting stuff with all the
Oh,
fencing happening this weekend and then next weekend going straight to World Fencing League. What do you guys think about that?
I'm excited to see what happens. Like, I don't know exactly what to expect, but given all the eyeballs that are going to be on it, I know it's going to be a great show. I know that we're going to get a really cool presentation. So yeah, I'm just excited to see what comes of it.
Yeah, I'm just a little sad Nick Hitchens not in it, you know?
Yeah.
I think he got snubbed.
Do you know the format?
I know that
It's-
it was formatted so that Nick Itkin got snubbed.
That's
That's all I got. But we had another woman saberist, Siobhan Sullivan, or Siobhan Sullivan, in top 32, lost to Bataille, the eventual winner of the whole tournament from Hungary. So looked like a fun World Cup. Let's glaze over that now to men's saber, which is in the eights and semis. No Americans in here, but we have a Korean Do in the semis, a Russian Pavel Gradin, and we're waiting on some bouts to see who's on the podium for the second half of that eight. Let's see how our American guys did. We had a Colin Heathcock top 32 finish, it
Nice.
looks like. He lost to Madrigal. I like his fencing, the Spanish dude.
I haven't
I
seen
don't know if
this
you
yet.
guys have watched a lot of
I've
Saber. but it's
Not a
fun.
lot, but
Antonio Heathcock out in the 64. Daryl out in the 64 to a strong Turkish fencer. Lukashenko out in the 64. Ben Avram out in the 64. We had a lot of people in day two. It looks like no major pushes from the American men's saberists.
These things happen.
Forgiveness. We forgive them.
No, didn't one just win?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Will Morrill.
Yeah.
Will Morrill
He,
won.
he did
Yeah.
great. He did great. I think he also lost in 64. We have a men's epee and women's epee event going on right
All right.
now.
How are
So
the boys
let's see how our boys, Steven and I are not there. Steven, do you care to share what happened with you this week?
Yeah, sure.
Steven should be in
So,
Budapest right now.
Yeah, so I went to the airport. Well, first I got my original flight got canceled with Lufthansa strikes. I get to the airport, they rebooked me on Swiss Air.
Uh-huh.
Nobody, public service announcement. Nobody book anything on Swiss Air.
Okay.
I love the Star Alliance. I have, I'm big with United.
Yeah.
Love Star Alliance. Never had a bad experience. Don't book on Swiss Air. If you book through a third party like United or Lufthansa on a Swiss Air flight, if they're overbooked, they put you on standby and lottery
wow.
everybody on standby for seats. And I didn't get a seat, and they couldn't rebook because everything was everything was so heavily booked because of all the strikes that they couldn't get me there in time to fence.
Bro.
So I'm still here.
That is so dumb. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's no other flight you could have found. It was only Swiss Air.
They looked for
He was at the airport all night.
oh,
Wow.
Yeah, they like looked for me and they were like, okay, we got you booked for tomorrow, so last night. And I was like, when does that get me there? And they're like, Saturday night. And I was like, yeah, I just canceled my
Yeah.
ticket. Like I can't do that.
Oh my God. Imagine you just came just for the party after.
Yeah, it crossed my mind. It absolutely crossed my mind. But
It is a fun party. Budapest. So men's epee. So women's saber was in Athens. Men's sabers in Padua in Italy. Men's and women's epee are in Budapest, one of the best fencing cities out there. And
it's
then,
one of the best cities, man. I love Budapest.
yeah.
It's
And
the best one every year for Epee.
yeah.
I
And,
was so excited to go.
Oh my God.
It's okay. Now I'm good.
and then men's and women's foil are in Cairo, Egypt. So there's just fencing happening all over the planet
Yeah,
this
that's so
weekend.
dope.
But did any of our boys go 6-0?
So yeah, we had a great start from two American epeists. We had Gabriel Feinberg going 6-0 plus 23.
Wow.
In Epee.
In Epee.
In Epee.
In
Didn't he have
Epee.
a decent pool too?
We can check in a
Alright.
bit. And then Elijah Imrick, another of this year's most
Somebody gotta
likely team
stop that,
members.
man.
6-0 plus 12, also going straight through. And shout out Cruz Shembri,
Shembri,
also
yeah.
going 6-0,
Nice.
going straight through.
Wow.
Then we had a lot of Americans pushing through to make the fight to day 2. Justin is the only one in right now, and he's fencing Will East to make day 2. So
Wow.
good luck,
Ooh,
Justin.
good luck.
Let's see if they're
Torelli.
fencing now. Oh, he's winning
He's winning
1-0.
1-0.
Oh, he's
I
got it in
think
the
he's gonna
bag.
do it.
Yeah.
Great. Game over.
A 2-0.
So let's let's look at women's epee. We had some of our women's epeists fence yesterday with Kasha Nixon and Hadley Hussein going straight through due to their world ranking. They are both top 16 in the world. And then we had one more, Tierna Oxenrider, won her way through to day 2 and is fencing Aaliyah Luti tomorrow. So sadly, no direct elimination stream tomorrow, but we'll survive.
I won't. Are
Yeah,
you kidding me?
it's well. Thank you for that. All right.
Is this merch you guys are wearing right now?
So yeah,
Yeah, we got to
great-
hear the story.
great
this is
conversation
actually
starter.
really great.
Okay, so
Piece you have on.
these, what are these, Steven? Sweatshirts?
Rugbies.
Tops. They're tops.
Mm.
Wow, nice.
This is a Recreational Habits USA Fencing collaboration, and they were kind enough. My apologies.
All
They were
good.
kind enough to give Steven and I some merchandise to test out, wear around, and it's really comfy, and it's got the USA Fencing Flesh logo happening.
Mm.
Again, sorry, I'm covered up by a computer, but yeah, it's just trying to make our lifestyle a bit more relatable via fashion, and it's just a, no pun intended, stab at making fencing just chic and cool.
Yeah, they look sharp.
Yeah, when
yeah.
I'm sure that with feedback from the market, from people, they will continue to improve
The
and
market.
continue. Yeah, and it is comfy. It's super soft. Any other things to say? I like the fit. I
like the
don't have a
collar
lot of.
and the buttons.
Should
like
I go
this-
popped or no?
Nah.
Popped in Chester like this?
You're wearing a shirt
Oh.
underneath.
No, popped in
Yeah, I thought this
Chester.
was a G-rated show.
Yeah, no, yeah, sorry. Not trying to make anyone uncomfortable. And then let's go to the foil tournament real quick. Let's talk about what we're going to be watching.
Yo.
Well, Steven, what do you have to say about this? First of all, thanks to Recreational Habits.
Yeah, they're very kind of them.
Yeah, Marlon and Jackie Mueller, we really appreciate the gifts, and we're gonna give you some feedback. Hopefully the people are.
I think they look fresh.
that's-
I'm
Yeah,
not
I
even
think
gonna lie.
nice.
Yeah.
I like the fit of it. I think it's like very well, I don't know, cut. Is that the right word?
You can say whatever you want it to be.
I
dude.
really like the collar. It's got a nice look to it. It's very like sleek, and yeah, super comfy. Somewhere near a sweatshirt, somewhere near a shirt. It's a unique piece.
Absolutely.
Get yours at recreationalhabits.com.
Yeah, they actually already have it.
It's live, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll put it in the description here, but that's not what I meant to type. I meant to type recreational habits, and I think there is a collection already for fencing. If
Yep.
you go by activities to fencing, boom, modeled by Ann Sabula. Shout out to Ann. Okay, so let's talk men's and women's foil. Also, Justin, you
Justin's up
winning at the
4-2.
end of the first period.
Hey.
Let's go, Justin. So top 4 in men's foil. We got
Ooh.
some really exciting fencers.
Yeah, it's gonna
Eric
be
and I were talking about it.
It's
quite
gonna
a
be
bit.
fun.
So who we got here, guys?
All right, first matchup, we're going to have Imura of Japan and Nikitkin of USA. Rematch of the bronze medal bout from Paris 2024. So definitely Imura will be out for revenge because Nick was able to get the better of him on that occasion. And then in the other half, we got Chupanich and Anand. Chupanich also individual bronze medal from Tokyo. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Anand, like super like ascending fast, like crazy. Like he's just been popping off the past like couple years. I want to say last year was his first year on the French
Oh,
senior
wow.
team. So he was able to take out Bryce in the top 8, unfortunately, but that should be like
Bryce made the 8?
Dude, we had a
Yeah.
great day. Yeah, let's recap a little bit. So we Team USA, we had, let's see, out in the 64, we had James Bordas made the 32. Hell yeah.
good job, James.
And he
Does
lost
James-
to
Does James make team?
I don't know if
Who's
James
that?
makes team. I think there's one more tournament, right?
Doesn't April count?
Yeah.
April counts.
So Nikita
Still
took out
in.
quite a few people. He beat Mohammed Hamza, who's a very strong fencer, who took out Garrick Meinhardt in the 32. So we had quite a few people make the 32 here. We had Alexander Masialis also in top 8, lose to Chupanich, longtime rival of his.
Yeah.
They've both been at the top for a long time.
Yeah,
So
around
you-
the same age too.
Roughly,
Came
yeah.
up- yeah.
Yeah. Chamley Watson out in the 32. A lot of 32s, though. That's good. And then Bryce Louis back on top.
Story of the day.
Took out Olympic champ Chung Kalung.
What was the score of that?
15-10 in the
I would love to go
32.
back and watch that.
Yeah, well, we have half an hour. Should we watch that?
Honestly, yeah, we
I'm
should.
so
All
with
right.
this.
Story of the
If we
day.
can figure out
All
what,
right.
what,
DJ, do you want me to jump in on this, or do you want to try and figure this out? No, here, I'll find it. We'll commentate that bout. And then I think that
That'll
was
be a
it
good
for the
warm-up.
Americans. That's great. No, it's not. You can't go by name. Thank you, Fencing TV.
there is that function where sometimes it'll show you all the bouts that have happened already, and maybe you can click on that.
Oh,
Although
really? You can watch
I am-
individual bouts now?
I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm not a,
super tough.
a fencing TV power user yet.
We can't go back and watch it.
No, you should be able to go back and watch it, or maybe not. I don't know.
Was it the 32?
Oh, we can rewatch.
Oh yeah, the 32
Yeah.
on strip 7.
It was strip 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it used to say that. That's convenient.
Oh, here we go. There's a foil Divaroli now.
Yeah,
Is-
I think they're related.
he's nice.
is-
He's
oh,
nice,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Borotichev, though.
Oh,
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
I forgot we don't give volume.
We don't get that. We don't get that privilege here.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
Or
in
like-
general, or is that the stream?
The stream has volume, but
Oh,
I think
okay.
we mute it
Yeah.
for our stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. I was gonna say though, no volume on the fencing TV stream.
Nah, they got it.
Let's go.
He's frozen.
No.
We don't actually get
No.
No.
Keep going before.
Oh
that.
no. Yeah, it seemed like they were working it out. So yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Yeah, that's still about
9-9.
1-2.
Okay, we could take it
Do you
from
want? All right.
All right. Perfect.
Great job. All right.
Well done.
great timing.
You nailed it. Can we bring up Ari's laptop? Just want to see if anybody's just. Oh, nobody in the chat. 4 people watching. Let's go.
Let's
5
go.
people watching.
What's up, gang?
Let's chat Bryce Louis.
Mr. Louis.
All right, so we know that it says Katerina Long and Palazuk in
And
the
5.
video, but this is actually a Bryce Louis Chung Kalong match in top 32 of today. Ooh, started out
Nice time.
chasing after Chung. What was that first touch?
Parapost.
Parry, just
post.
simple parry post. Chung, one of the smoothest fencers in the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's Bryce.
Oh man.
So what do we see there, Foilis?
Well, the first touch, it looked like Chung caught him, and then instead of Bryce slowing down and taking it slow, it feels like he went straight into it
Yeah,
again.
Bryce and Slow are not really.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't belong in the
He's
same
a
sentence.
Very
Right.
energetic fencer, and he brings a lot of that flair to the strip.
And that's a strategy too, just not getting discouraged. You know?
Yeah, that can make such a difference in the bout. Like,
Absolutely.
and it's funny sometimes when you watch yourself back and you think about what you were thinking in
Yeah.
that moment versus like what it looks like objectively.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, like there'll be moments where it's like, oh, like I felt so discouraged. And when you watch it back, it's like, why was I feeling that way? Like I was
Right.
like everything was under control. Like I just needed to like
Ooh.
harness myself a little
Nice
better.
repost.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I think a lot of times too, like you can overthink about,
Yeah.
and you can think way too tactically and stop going and fencing your game because
Yeah.
you're just trying to like
Attack
make
right.
every touch perfect.
This is a very fast-paced bout.
Yeah, I
I like
mean,
Quick jump to a 4-3
wouldn't
lead
have
for Bryce.
wouldn't have expected anything else.
Yeah, is that a smart strategy against two-time Olympic champion Chung Kalong? Not just one; he's the back-to-back Olympic champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's an incredible feat. Winning once is crazy. Winning twice is wild.
yeah. When all of that pressure's on you,
Listen, I mean, Bryce is playing to his strengths here. He's a very quick guy. He can really unleash it and let that athleticism like carry those actions. And obviously, Chong's a great athlete, but if he's slower and smoother, like Bryce can find these little edges just by keeping that tempo high.
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's not great to just get pushed backwards by Chung just because he always gets a light on.
Yeah.
There's just some people that's just like their superpower is just like that. It's
Oh.
like the light is always going to come on. So just
Yeah.
if you're going to go backwards, you have to find a way to get him to fall short. You can't just counterattack.
Right. And you got to take your moment,
Yeah.
you know? If Chung wants to press it off the
Oh.
line and he wants to go for something, you got to hit it. You got to go for it. You got to
Yeah.
go for the touch.
I like that Bryce is just going for it.
Yeah.
Like
It-
right
it
there,
is-
yeah, he's
it
searching
seems
a little
risky
bit.
at first, but it just seems like Chung is going to finish regardless when he's pushing.
Ooh, nice.
He's just
Mhm.
so good at just
Yeah.
like getting you all the way down.
Yeah.
And it seems as though if Bryce doesn't stop that momentum, he's just going to get run.
No,
through.
Right.
yeah. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, no. The difference between those two touches, the one before, Bryce was off the line searching. The next one, he does like kind of a weird counterattack, but he goes for something,
Yeah.
you know, and he ends up putting the light on. You got to just go for it sometimes.
There's no question that it seems like both of them are having a lot more success when they get going forwards.
Oh, yeah.
Not like a big surprise. Like that's just generally how foil trends, but
Ooh. Beat
Like-
attack. That was a beat attack.
I couldn't see it.
Oh, that's
Attack
Bryce.
right for me. Yeah.
Yep. And there's so much in foil that's just about conviction, man.
Yeah.
There's just about how you sell it. And I got to be honest, Bryce's fencing, there's no one that sells it better right now.
Yeah.
That's a
it's-
boom.
yeah.
'cause
Again.
The thing is like, who's gonna win the war of the middle?
Yep.
Oh,
We got a little bit too
Nice.
excited.
Here's the thing, though. Don't get discouraged here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that didn't work. But now I'm coming
That's one
right
of the
back.
hardest
Yeah.
things in fencing, though. After something doesn't work, even if it was like a good idea, you know, keeping that confidence to know that if you just execute
Yeah.
it better
Boom.
like that,
Yep.
Yeah, that's
fencing
just
attack-
pure just like confidence. Like he did not
It's-
have right away there.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's great because if you put a single light on,
Oh, this
that's
is-
your touch.
This is awesome. This is such a cool bout.
This
Yeah,
is a
very
really great bout.
exciting. All right, guys, I'm putting a story up
I love it.
so people can have the link.
the link.
Eric Zobel, or is it Zobel?
Honestly, I don't know. I say Zobel. I know my uncle says it like Zobel. I have
Okay.
not been given a definitive way to pronounce my last name. So
I think I might have
I get
tagged the
that.
wrong Eric.
You haven't
Zobel
been given
account.
a definitive way?
like way to pronounce my last name. I don't know.
Wow. Different members pronounce it different ways
Yeah.
in your family? Interesting. Oh, bro. I want to be able to do that so bad. Just know when to just calmly lunge when no one's expecting it.
Ooh,
Hmm.
Ooh, almost.
Bryce with the shifty infighting.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
So fast.
And Bryce is just going for it, man. This is pure confidence, this whole bout.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
my gosh.
There are these.
Off
Yeah.
the guard line. Just
No,
attack
yeah.
him.
he's not doing much different than what from the first touch.
He's
No.
hyped.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's going in there and he's finding these moments
Yep.
to just take an edge and hit first.
A lot of foil is just chaos. It's just creating chaos sometimes. And then, you know,
Yeah,
being the
'cause
better person in those close moments.
if you can create a little bit of hesitation, that goes a long way, even if you
Yes.
don't have a right of way.
Yes,
Taking a little bit of a risk can pay off a lot.
absolutely. Even if it's conventionally kind of the dumb thing to
Yeah,
do in
yeah,
that moment.
absolutely.
Just making them hesitate, making them think a little bit more.
love
Oh, I
Bryce's
still say
footwork
attack
in this
right.
match.
What do you think?
I thought I saw a search from Bryce. I can
Yeah.
understand why he's asking for
I think
video.
I think Chung also saw that.
Yeah.
You guys think alike.
Yeah.
Was that right at you, Steven?
Maybe I'm just rooting for Bryce.
Of course we're rooting for Bryce.
I know.
What an epic victory from our guy.
Yeah.
In other news, Steven, Justin Yu is winning 12-11 against Willies to make day
okay.
two. And I think
1
1
this
minute
one-
left.
Is it 13 now?
It's 13-11.
Nice.
Yeah, I
Let's
saw
go,
that light.
Justin.
Let's go.
Chung's
Yeah.
just got that feel to him ever since I watched him after after Paris. It's kind of just like, all right, I'll see you on the big stage, you know? He's kind of just got that feel like, all right, you know, you can win this one. It's cool.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah. Like I saw he lost a final to someone like 15-3.
Oh yeah, on one of the Brodachevs.
Yeah,
one of the
Brodachevs.
Brodachevs like absolutely figured him out pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, it was probably I think Kirill got his lick back.
I can never keep them straight.
Really?
No.
No, Kirill's the one.
I think this might be where we saw.
Oh, that was the one that was the comeback from.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? Chung came back 14-9 on the guy that
In the Olympics.
recently beat him
In the
15-3
Olympics.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
in
awesome.
the Olympics.
That is pretty epic. I do remember that. That's like one of the famous bouts out there. He
Oh,
did an
yeah.
analysis of it with Cyrus of Chaos.
All those
actually.
Oh, yeah.
flicks like under
Yeah.
the arm, the lefty.
Alex Macialis had a crazy comeback in Rio for
Yes.
his medal
Yeah.
against Avola.
Oh yeah, that was
That was a
nuts.
wild one.
Oh, dude, that was bad, bro. Avola putting up the one.
No,
That
and
was-
everybody thinks that he got like too cocky, but I don't think he got too cocky. I think he was just
Okay.
I
like
think
trying.
he got robbed by the refs. That's what I
There
heard
was
you
one or
say.
two questionable calls in there, but like sometimes, like if you're gonna come back from 14-8, there's probably gonna be like a sort of 50-50 call, and
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
happens to
And
fall
foil,
your
not
way.
an epic.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
just-
Also,
Second
Justin made day two. Let's go, Justin
Uh,
Yu. So the Americans with 4 in day two tomorrow: Sam Emmerich, Justin Yu, Elijah Emmerich, and Gabe Feinberg. So
Nice.
what a great day. 4
Well
in day
done.
two in Budapest is
Wow.
a huge win for us. So we see in the background Nick's having a fun bout against a German guy. They're just, I don't know what they're doing. They're having a very hard time figuring out who got this point.
I think it's.
I
just
think it's tech,
technical,
yeah.
It is. All right. I'm going to go and fast forward this because I'm sure our viewers and us just want to see
Well,
what happens this
we're-
bout.
We're in a good spot because this. Remember, it freezes. and
Yeah,
then it
that's
starts
true.
again.
At Bobby Lou 96. Good morning, everyone from San Jose, California. Thanks for tuning in, Bobby Lou 96.
Good morning.
Good morning to you from New York City.
Yeah.
We are the Direct Elimination podcast plus our special guests, Eric Zobel and Nick Prince, back for a second one, Nick Prince. We needed to outsource some of our commentating to some foil fencers. So we reached out to two of the guys that we know that like doing this type of stuff and happen to be foilists.
Dude,
So
super excited to join for the first time. I love talking about fencing. Love watching fencing.
let's go.
It's awesome to see what you guys are building. So just happy to be part of it.
Appreciate it.
Same.
We're happy to have you guys.
You guys got me and Eric back together too. We
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
train.
Yeah,
back
this
in the
goes back
day.
a long way.
This is the
So
first time we were seeing each other again, man.
It's always the best.
Oh yeah.
We were talking to Elizabeth Tartakovsky earlier this week. Just because she found her way back to the sports. We're taking a break post Olympics, and
Mhm.
I was telling her it's just so good now to see a bunch of people finding it again.
Oh,
All these
yeah.
reunions that are happening, and like it's good vibes in the fencing world right now.
oh,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. And that's the thing is if you find your way away from it, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just one of the best pieces of advice I ever got. It sort of like takes that pressure off of feeling like, oh, I have to accomplish X by like this age or like this
Yeah.
time. It's like, it's not going to go anywhere. So
Yeah.
if you want to come back, you can always come back.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
Beautiful.
That is the
Alright.
Bryce Louis that we know
That-
and love.
Inside flick to the chest.
And he hit that early on in the bout. So
Yeah.
he kind of got, or he hadn't, I don't know that he'd gone away from it, but he just hadn't gone to that well
Didn't have
recently.
the
So
moment. Yeah.
Oh no,
boy.
another frozen moment. Also, DJ, how we doing on volume level for everyone? We okay? It's great. All right, sweet.
You're a great DJ.
Yeah, shout out DJ, my teammate boss. He doesn't like when I call him a boss. Oh, this is hilarious. We get to see some
Yeah.
of the technical difficulties they had on the stream.
This is actually a rarity. I feel
This
like you
is
don't get that too
hilarious.
often.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't get this angle.
It's just
Honestly.
we got the double picture in picture, but there's a black screen. We love watching this. Anyways, Bobby Liu, favorite fencing podcast. Thank you so much, Bobby Liu 96. Thanks for joining the stream. We promise you'll get some good foil soon. We're just commentating.
Hey, you're getting good foil now.
We're getting no, I know, but is this good foil? Oh,
Hey.
now it's good
Okay,
foil.
okay.
All right, so we are we're watching right now the top 32 matchup from earlier today with the USA men's foilist Bryce Louis and two-time Olympic champion Chung Ka Long, one of the top seeds in this tournament, one of the best fencers in the world for the last 5 years or so, even longer. But
Yeah.
really, he's been dominant for a moment here. And we had a great upset earlier that we are rewatching right now, where Bryce Louis from Team USA took out Chung Ka Long, and we're just getting a little rewatch here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're entering the last third of the bout, but it's still the first period here. What do you guys have to
Yeah,
say about that?
no.
It's been an action-packed match.
I mean, it's pretty rare to see Bryce go more than one period, honestly. I always say the same thing about Garrick, too. It's like win or lose, they're going to get it done like fast. They're not going to like mess around too much. It's like that's just the way they fence. This is who they are. It's like I'm going to go after it, and whether it works or it doesn't work, like that's the pace of bout that they like to fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting like way a bout can go, right? The touches are happening in like half a second every time, but now you're waiting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, minutes between each touch here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
This one's weird. They're
a
having
mental
some-
battle.
I hate to see technical difficulties happen at this level. They happen in every sport, but it's
They're very
yet
common.
another. Yeah, they're very common for us, and they're also leading to a lot of challenges on the athletes that are unspoken.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is having an impact on this match, whether the athletes know it
Oh,
yeah,
see
absolutely.
it or not.
Absolutely.
Having to focus for such a long period of time is almost impossible.
And especially in the kind of bout like this where the touches are happening so fast. It's not like, I mean, not to put any shade on Epee, but it's like
don't worry.
Epee, like, okay, we're gonna like sort of feel each other out for like 30 seconds after that.
No, this
And
this
then
is the
here
first
it's like
period.
you like two seconds go by and like all of a sudden you're up 11-9. Oh, now you're down 12-11 because you
Yeah.
weren't quite fully focused when it was go time again. So
Yeah. And these guys both are very like momentum driven
Yeah.
fencers. Like they get on a run, they start getting a feel, they start breaking their opponents down. When something like this happens, boom, momentum resets. You know?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you think that there is any room here to just try to relax, or do you keep meditating and focusing through this whole thing? What if this takes 2 hours and you just
I know.
burn so much energy?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not gonna. But
this is sort of like the classic when you zoom out to like the full like scope of a full competition day. It's like
Mhm.
I feel like there's kind of a couple philosophies in terms of like, do you want to try to keep your level in terms of like mental activation,
Yeah,
like mental
the
focus? Like, do you
arousal.
want to keep it? Yeah, exactly. Do you want to keep it at the same level, kind of like
Throughout the
most of the
day.
way up the whole day, or do you want to like get really high up and then like fence your bout and then like let yourself relax? I feel like I kind of go back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, who's to say really? There's merits to both.
Yeah.
Like changing that state of arousal and changing what you're focusing on. But I think the constant is just remaining focused throughout the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I guess, you got to know what kind of person you are. If you're someone who can turn that focus and that mental energy on and off and like shift between, relaxing, talking to people, like,
Yeah.
when you're not doing the work, or if you need to stay high, like at that heightened state the whole time, I think it's just a personal, you got to know yourself to build your mental game around that.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
I know-
Looks like we're not gonna finish that.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bryce won. in case
Also-
anybody was wondering.
Yeah.
At Bobby Lou, No updates as of yet. We're looking for sponsors. So if you know anybody who is willing to shell out a bunch of money on R&D and insurance, we would love to make taser fencing happen.
Yeah, Steven's passion
my dream.
project. Also, sorry everyone, that Bryce Louis bout. It turns out no one gets to see how it ended, but
Really?
he did. Yeah, there were technical difficulties. They just ended the stream.
Damn.
But what we do know is that Bryce won 15-10. It went from 9-9 to 15-10. What
Yeah.
a great finish by Bryce. And overall, a great win over two top seeded fencers, Chunka Long and Abdelrahman Tolba, to make the 8 and then eventually lose to Anas Anan, who is, like Eric said, a really exciting fencer to watch. And we're going to get to watch him in the semis. Let's talk women's foil real quick. Also, just so that everyone else watching gets a sense of what's going on here. If this is your first direct elimination live stream, welcome. If this is not your first, welcome back. But if it is your first, we're just having a watch party for fencing. Just 4 guys who love fencing, love talking about it, and love watching it. And none of us are competing at this competition right now. So we have a chance to just enjoy it and help provide some pretty colorful commentary. We've heard quite a few complaints over the years about some of the commentating quality and the FIE live streams. So why not just give you guys something else to listen to while you watch your favorite sport in the world? So let's talk women's foil.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. We got some cool finalists here. One of my favorite foilists is in top 4.
Who's that?
Sarah Azuma. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Japanese
she's sick.
fencing across the
Erica
board.
really likes her fencing.
Yeah. So I think Japanese epee and foil, obviously saber is different because the entire weapon and the way they strike is different. But since foil and saber are both of the, thrusting type of weapons, I think there are similarities in how you can approach a bout or even a style for each. And I think that the Japanese foil and epee styles have some nice intersections between the two.
I want to hear more about that.
Yeah.
A lot of the epeists use like the counter parries and coupes that you see on their foil squad. And it's cool to watch. And I think Azuma is great. She's very small. And very, very explosive and smooth. And when she does well, it's kind of like Yamada, Stephen, where it's just pretty touches, in my opinion. Where hopefully we'll get to see some more of that against a very strong opponent in top 4 here.
Now I just want to watch Yamada fence.
Yeah, well, we could probably do that too. We have the semifinals and finals starting in exactly 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Really quick, I just want to shout out the Polish girl Jakubowska in the top 4. She came in like outside the top 100 in the world. She's I looked her up. I've never watched her before, but she's 19. She didn't even have that amazing of a result at Junior Worlds, but she's obviously popping off today.
Yeah, she had
with
some
a couple,
strong wins.
three one-touch wins in a row,
including
against Jalen Liu, former at least one time, maybe 2 Junior World Champion,
and Cadet World Champion,
and
Junior World Champion,
like
and
basically
she won the
everything.
Senior World Cup. She is the phenom, I think, for women's foil right now at the age of 16 with a crazy resume. Anyways, lost to Jakubowska today. It's okay, Jalen. We're cheering for you anyways. Go USA. That's a really strong win too.
And I mean, she had these 3 obviously super nerve-wracking bouts, 14-13, 14-13, 11-10, and then she goes up against Arago, all-time legend, and she kind of takes her apart 15-7. So I'm really excited to see what Jakubowska looks like.
Yeah, what a
going
day.
up against top seeded Favoretto.
Favoretto is so dominant in seniors right now. Look at that path: 15-2, 15-8, 15-6, and then to get to the medal rounds against a strong French fencer, 15-3.
It's just light work.
What a dominant day.
So sorry if I'm recalling correctly. 8 is the most anyone scored on her team?
I don't think she has 15 allowed total. Oh yeah, she does. She has 14, 16. She has 19 touches on the day.
In 4 bouts.
What a crazy indicator.
Complete opposite days from those two. That's gonna be a fun matchup, man.
And then over on the other side, Azuma was able to take out Lee Kiefer. Sorry, unfortunate for us Americans, but
Lee Kiefer, absolute legend. We wanted to get to commentate on her, but the good news is if we do another foil live stream, the odds are that we probably will commentate.
Yeah,
on
get
Lee
your bets
Kiefer.
in now.
And then she beat Anna Cristino from Italy. So it is really cool in women's foil because the top fencers are typically more often than not pretty consistent. So you get to see a lot of these head-to-head matchups between like titans in the sport a lot more often than you do in men's epee, which you still get to, but due to that consistency, and I think in women's saber in particular, women's foil in particular, men's foil as well, but women's foil, like the top fencers really find a lot of dominance, and they fence each other all the time. I think that's so cool because a dream for any top or high ranked fencer is you always want to fence and get a chance to perform and put on a show with top level fencers, right?
Yeah, I think we're about to start.
Ooh,
So
in the
first match is our guy. Ooh, who do we have here? T. Lukens 7964 in the chat.
Yo,
Good
Steven's
morning.
hype about T.
Zuma
Lukens.
is tough. Good morning, all. Who you got winning the whole thing? Japanese have strong footwork and HEMA as well. Why do we have to make an account for Fencing Time Live now? We did talk about that earlier.
I don't know the answer to why we have to.
I think it's because there was a young man who built a really cool website called Fencing Tracker, and it was scraping Fencing Time Live. And I don't think Danberg liked that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he wanted to make him pay, which makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know too much else about that. Owen C18,
stealing
who
our
we
data
got
and
winning the
selling
whole
it.
thing. What?
I think they're stealing our data and selling it.
Probably. Owen C18, who you got winning the whole thing? Let's go.
Yo, Nick, let's
Yeah,
go.
Nick Itkin.
Nick
That's my
Itkin.
choice.
Nick Itkin.
How about?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Chupanich.
All right, Chupanich. And what makes you say that?
I mean, listen. I haven't watched that much of the other bouts today. I just feel like when he gets on a heater, he's really hard to stop. He's really hard to slow down.
No doubt.
So he's
the one out of the 4 I see in the finals that's been consistently at the top too.
Yeah.
I mean,
lately.
he's been around as long as Alex Macialis,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
they've both been performing in seniors for the same amount of time. Obviously, Alex with the upper edge on resume, but it's one of those things where if you're getting second and third and top 8 at this level for over a decade straight, just because you're not winning doesn't make you one of the best fencers on the planet, you know? And it's like, if you are getting second for your entire career, let's say you never win a tournament, but you have the most seconds ever.
Yeah.
You're one of the best fencers, right?
Yeah, you're probably number 1 in the world.
Yeah. You probably are number 1 in the world. And that's just funny how points related things can happen. Like in boxing, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You gotta win every single one to be number 1.
Yeah.
But in a tournament based sport where it's points system and a ranking, consistency pays out a lot more than winning the whole thing.
That being said, you don't see Chupanich take home the gold too often.
I don't have the stats pulled up, but
DJ, do you mind trying to get it full screen? You just have to go to I think it's on the left. Yeah.
Chupanich looks a lot more athletic than in years past.
He's tall, man.
Super
He's
tall.
really
He is a big
tall.
boy.
He's
because
not like
Nick's
a
big
tall
boy.
and long
He is
guy.
good.
You know what I mean? He's never
just a
been
tall
like
and burly guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Which is not usually the best build for foil.
Yeah.
He's not like this super tall, skinny.
Yeah.
Right. He's
kinda
nothing like
counterattacker.
Marini.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But that means your timing has to be great. Your blade work has to be amazing. His flick is unreal, Chupanich.
Yeah,
That
he's
guy
just
can-
smooth with it. Because he's not as fast as Nikita. He's not as fast as those guys,
Right.
but he's got the technique and he's got the confidence and he knows how to win the right of way, which is so important. We should talk about that a bit. But before this gets started, women's top 4: Martina Favoretto, Marta Jakubowska, Martina Battini, and Sarah Azuma. Who do you guys have winning the whole thing?
I gotta go Favoretto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
That
go
is
up against
pretty dominant
Favoretto.
day. I do enjoy betting against the winning horse.
Yeah.
So I will choose Marta Jakubowska.
Dude, that would be such a crazy story.
That would be an amazing story.
Yeah.
That's a men's epee story right
Yeah.
there.
I'm giving it to the men's epee story.
All right.
I mean,
let's
I feel like
go.
if you're rooting for that, you got to root for Anon on the men's side as well.
But
No, I'm
Anand's
not rooting
not
for
our boy Nick.
pineapples.
Oh,
Itkin.
sorry, you're right,
You know,
you're right.
Bias aside, first of all, Nick is also one of the most dominant fencers over the last approaching a decade with every year that goes by since 2019. So there's still some time before it's a decade, but at least for the last 5 years, Nick has been the guy to beat.
Yeah.
And especially the last Olympic quadrennial plus moving into this one, he has just proven time and time again that he can put on a show. He can show up and win the big bouts with all the lights on, with all the people watching, and he loves that pressure. So
Mhm.
even if he wasn't one of our good friends, I would say Nick.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Great start. Counterattack
Counter
king.
looking at the ceiling like every
Yeah.
single time.
He's one of those guys.
Oh,
You don't want
yeah.
to get him in rhythm, man.
Yeah, dude.
When he starts feeling it out, it's
Yeah.
just one touch after the other, after the other. I mean, he just gets on a roll.
You ever fence Nick?
Oh, yeah. And then scraped me. Are you kidding me?
He beat me 15-0 in foil.
Oh,
He beat
It
Mr.
says
Perry
something
post
about
that.
his foil and my foil.
at a college meet. He fenced Saber and he beat one of the NYU Saber fencers.
Yeah.
Oh,
remember that.
he also fenced Epee and beat a Grand Prix
entire-
bronze medalist
man.
from Egypt.
He did an
Ahmed
Epee practice
Al-Sayed.
and beat the entire Epee squad.
Yeah,
Oh.
a lot of lore about Nikita. 3-1, off to a great start against a really, really explosive Japanese fencer,
Tianji,
Imura.
where does
T. Lukens,
Chupanich
where does
train?
Chupanich train now? Do you guys know?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
I would say Czech Republic, and if not there, then either France or Italy. Those are my three guesses. And I'd say they're probably pretty good guesses. I know he and Nikita represent the same team at some of
Oh
these.
yeah, the French.
Yeah, these fundraiser situations.
And Murrow was able to make a nice adjustment there and just
Yeah.
find the distance to just finish super simple.
Yeah,
Yeah, those first four
Much
touches. I mean, the
slower
one
pace.
touch Imura did get
Yeah.
before.
No, and
was
Murrow's
next right
adjusted super
away.
well
Yeah.
right here.
so that was just attack right, counterattack no.
Yeah, just attack right.
You don't even
yeah.
have to say counterattack now.
Yeah.
No.
All right, attack
Much
counterattack.
slower
Basically?
pace on this
You could say
bout.
that, but you just say attack right.
Okay,
I feel like we've seen higher pace from both of these fencers
Yeah.
usually.
Oh,
good counterattack from Nikita. Oh no, I didn't see. him
Yeah, I thought it was.
sideline.
I thought it was.
Let's not trust the
one-
bottom.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
trust
yeah.
the top.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that was also attack right. Nikita trying to counterattack here. Probably not the best idea. It was successful at first, but
did he catch the parry there?
That's gonna
They
be-
said he
yeah.
did.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be tough with no sound.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's not for us. We can explain what they're debating though, because
Yeah.
that part's obvious. So we're trying to see if Nick was able to get a parry, which
Yeah.
would effectively stop Imura's attack and
Yes.
give Nikita right of way. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but again, like the same way that we don't have sound turned on for us, there's no sound when they go to video replay. So especially those beat attack parry post calls, like it feels as though they very rarely get overturned just because sound is so critical to understanding like who took the blade
For
and,
sure.
and whether there was one beat or two
Mhm.
beats.
Yeah, that's something that I didn't necessarily think about.
On the
No, they're not.
DJ coming in from the
But
back
they-
here
Oh,
with
and they call it
asking
beat
if they
attack.
Yeah.
don't have
Oh.
sound on video replay. No, they do not. They just have video, and it's probably a pretty grainy video if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
yeah, this
If I do say so
This is the
myself.
this is the first action where
Oh,
Oh.
it was the first time that Nick got a push going forwards,
yeah.
but he just got drawn short.
yeah,
Super. Immer's footwork is just immaculate. He just
yeah.
the way he's able to get in and out.
He covers
really-
ground very well for a small guy.
Yeah. I was gonna say that exact thing.
Did I steal the words out of your mouth?
You did, literally, bro. I mean, he fences like a big dude, as like a
Not
small
a big
guy.
dude.
As a small guy. Yeah.
We got some false attacks from
Like a.
Imura trying to draw out Nikita, and it worked.
Oh! Yes, for sure. Just one shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
'cause
a
he had
very
one
clear
action
parry
after.
post.
Yeah.
Very
Don't
good.
video that.
No.
Don't, no.
No.
So sometimes Nikita gets a little emotional. We see on strip.
I have
and-
audio. Maybe you muted it.
I feel like the ref bailed him out there. Like he asked for video and the
Yeah,
ref said,
no.
no, I'm not looking at that.
Omri Rogel 3384. We did mute it so that we would be able to chat about it and so that we could silence the FIE commentary.
Attack
That looked like attack
left.
right to me. He's on left.
Oh god.
Oh.
I'm sorry. My bad. I was just seeing maybe the audio is coming through somehow on this video.
Yeah,
thought they
I
both stopped.
thought that the acceleration came first from left. Even though he had his arm back a little bit
Right.
further, I don't think it was big enough mistake that he got.
So what are they looking for as a
Punished.
ref there?
It's a tough one because neither one of them executes.
Eric?
Neither one of them like really
Oh.
executes the attack perfectly. But I just think that Nick showed more like attacking intent, and there was maybe a moment for.
Oh my
Oh,
god, crazy
sorry.
counter battle. There's no way we're going to be able to explain
Not a
that one to you
chance.
guys.
I wouldn't want to be the referee for that
And
one.
I think
yeah.
they went straight to video, right?
Yeah, they have no idea. That was just a lot of either missing or pairing from both sides, and those are just the gritty moments where you have to stay relaxed and
Yeah.
stay determined to fight until
Okay.
until it's a
Sure,
parry
man.
post.
Sure.
Right.
So this has kind of quietly gotten to a 4-touch lead for Amura.
No doubt. Nick's got to slow these touches down a little bit, I think.
Which he is doing
Yeah.
successfully here. And he's
Oh.
got to finish
Guy,
that.
yeah, not putting the light on.
Easier said than done.
That's true. Very small target and
Oh,
great
yeah.
technique from Imura. Oh, come on,
Mm.
Nikita.
He does not look. Nick does not look very comfortable.
No, but I think
Yeah.
that's the right game plan, is to draw out the parry riposte. It was what was working in the beginning.
Yeah. But Amura's not biting on quite the same stuff that he was
No.
early.
He's definitely being a lot more patient with his feet
Yeah.
before he steps in distance. But there's
Yeah, I
plenty
think this
of
is a
time.
good. I think this is a good approach for Nick to change his blade here.
Yep.
Because I mean, sometimes it is legitimately an issue with the blade or something that you don't like about the blade. You think you get a light and there is
Mhm.
no light. But to be totally honest, more often than not, it's really more just a mental thing to give yourself an extra second to figure out what your tactical approach is going to be, because obviously it's not been working super well the last few touches.
No doubt. Here we go. Amura pushing him forward again. Is Nick going to bite on the counterattack? Oh,
That just looks like
look.
attack.
Yeah.
So it's just
That
parry
did just
post, right?
No, that yeah. Well, beat
Or
attack.
attack. Oh, he finished the attack? Sorry.
I think Nick made the call a little easier by his body language at the end. Just kind of looked like counterattack. It's
Oh,
the exact same thing. Exact same thing where maybe he had a case for parry or post, but like,
It looked like
Kinda
he
s-
hit. And
yeah,
then-
like sliming away like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
Amura with another slow push, though. I mean, he's reading everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's tough.
And Nick is just not able to get him to finish on anything for real right now.
Right.
is something like that, like putting an off-target light on to stop the push. that people do.
Like, is it kosher?
Is it a strategy? Like,
I feel like you can do it and probably just get in trouble if you do it too much intentionally.
I've never seen
right?
anybody get in trouble for that, for doing
No,
it. too
yeah, I
much,
think
yeah.
that's legal. I mean,
Yeah, so you just, but you can't hurt them. So as long as if you're hitting the hand on accident or something, then
I
you're
don't think
fine.
anyone's
I-
thinking that deep, though.
No,
If
I've
you defense
only-
foil, I'm hitting your hand. The second I know that I've lost right away and you're attacking, I'm hitting your hand and parrying. the
You know,
blade.
that's smart. That's not a horrible strategy if you can figure out a way to make it work.
Man, 10-4.
Yeah, Imura.
yeah, Nick, something.
Here he
Looks-
comes again right away, pushing him towards the end of the strip. I think
And I
he
mean,
should
I
do
thi-
something different here. Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
There it is.
That's the Nikita we know.
Yes. Second
I think-
intention.
I think that uncomfortable word you used to describe the way Nikita looks right now, as opposed to what we've seen from him in the past.
That's
like,
so often, God, like you can kind of not necessarily predict the outcome of the bout, but like if you've watched a fencer before, you can kind of tell whether they're in their rhythm or not.
Yeah.
And that will often tell you whether they're going to be scoring.
Oh,
jeez.
no, Nick hit that. Oh, let's
He
go.
does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I keep trusting the bottom.
But that was the thing, is I feel like usually when he hits that touch and he hits it really nicely, it's from a longer distance. And that one he
Yeah.
got taken by surprise a little bit.
Mhm.
He was a little fortunate to still get the light on.
Well, we're back
Never
with the-
count.
Oh!
Oh, Nikita, let's go.
He's
warmed
finding
up.
ways to
He's
get a lot
warmed
more
up.
disruptive.
Yep.
So what do you guys, if you're Imura's coach, what are you telling
Yeah.
him right now?
Oh.
Oh, that was a good
That was
counterattack.
filthy.
So yeah, what are you telling him to do against Nick Ikin? If you're Imura's coach, how do you fence Nick Ikin?
I think you have to be very, very careful when you approach.
Yeah.
You cannot fall into his rhythm in terms of like the in, out, in. And I think Amura's done after the first couple touches of the bout, he's done a much better job of choosing his own moments like that, where he's the
Mhm.
one being a little shifty with sort of like in, out, but then still continuing his push forward, 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 finding a good moment where Nick is maybe a little flat footed. And he's been, Amura's been remarkably, yeah.
Ooh.
See, like you can just see
Oh,
it from the
that's-
body language of both from right and from left. Like Imura was just so comfortable. He knew exactly when he was going to get his arm all the way out. His arm
Yeah.
led the touch rather than
Yeah,
lunging and then trying to like salvage it
Yeah.
with his
he looks
arm.
way more relaxed. than
Yeah.
Nick. And that, I mean, oh come on.
Oh, I like that.
Nick.
I mean, it's techno counterattack. I like the idea, but
He just missed.
he did just miss. But I also think that that's kind of a product of the conditions of the bout, where it's not like fully confident in terms of
Yeah.
putting the light on. So you can say, oh, he did a good action, but he missed. But
It's like the idea is right.
The idea is
Ah.
right, but
he cannot put a light on.
Yeah.
Man, that is tough.
Nikita, we still love you and support you.
hey, he's gonna make a comeback here.
He's still my favorite
I
to
hook
win.
so. Yeah,
No, this
he's-
battle ain't
I'm
over.
still.
Oh,
Hey, there
All we
we
need is
go.
one. We
There
just
we
need
go.
one.
We've seen him do this before against Marini.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the more epic comebacks I've seen.
That's the
boy,
biggest
dude.
deficit I've ever seen come back from.
And in a later stage of a tournament. Oh,
It was what, like 12-3 or something ridiculous.
yeah,
I
that
think-
was,
yeah,
that was
12-2.
wild. Oh, no.
Ah,
it ends.
Man, Imura, that was a composed bout.
Oh,
right
my-
there.
yeah.
Composed.
That was
No signs of stress.
Yeah,
He did not panic when he got down early.
Amazing fencing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
He's super unique, man.
He's
Yeah.
very
The way
young,
he
too.
controls
He's like
right
he's just-
away at his
yeah.
size.
He's just so precise.
Yeah,
He's 20 or 21, right?
really.
Yeah,
Maybe a
he's like
little older.
21.
Maybe he was
Yeah.
like 20 at the Olympics when he got fourth, but he's
mean-
turned into one of the best fencers on the planet.
The Japanese
a
coaches
doubt.
had the faith to put him in as the anchor for
Wow.
Paris 2024
That
in the
is-
team event against Italy, and
Yeah.
he closed up shop
Yeah.
against Marini
I
to get them
remember
the
that.
gold.
That was awesome. Lorenzo Mion 9220 revenge for Paris 2024. You said it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, top 4 here, bronze medal match in Paris. Nick showing up when it counted more, I guess, but not in this one. Off to a great
Yeah.
start at the beginning of the
Yeah.
bout,
Yeah.
but Imura just took over.
Imura clearly had a strategy there. He had harped on that loss from Paris or whatever. He clearly didn't panic when that touches weren't going his way in the beginning, and he clearly had an intention of where he wasn't going to step too far in and finish all his attacks at the right time.
Yeah. So after watching that bout, I now think Anand is going to win.
yeah.
Yeah, just got to pivot my bet.
You got a 1 in 3 chance now.
Yeah. I'm
I-
putting whatever was left of my life savings on Anand. You know,
The money
the
under the
initial
mattress.
spend on Nikita didn't pan out, but the only way to win is if you double down.
I don't
Uh,
even risk your bet.
Hey, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So, who's your favorite fencer on the senior circuit right now for foil? Like, because we watch foil, but not to the extent that foilists watch foil. And obviously, we tune in to cheer on the Americans, which
Yeah.
is often enough because they happen to do pretty well. But who you guys like and why? Like, what's the style?
Chung Ka Long is the guy I always look at where I'm just like, that's magic right there, you know?
It is very buttery fencing.
Yeah.
Like Imura looked composed here, but Chung just has this flow.
Yeah, there's a
Where
flair.
his touches
to it.
are like this, literally, and
Yeah.
he'll just continue forward, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like any force thrown at him, it just feels like he like feels through the game and how he's going to approach every action. Every single one is different, gets it done in a different way. Yeah.
He's a waterbender.
Yeah, exactly. He flows through it. No, seriously, that's a good comparison.
Yeah, he's like.
I love it.
I mean, I for sure appreciate Chung and his fencing, but as somebody aspiring to get to this level, and I don't like as being like 5'7" on a good day, like that's not something that I can really like aspire to. So I got kind of a controversial pick for this, but Eduardo Luperi. I don't know if you guys
Ooh.
watch
he's a
him at all.
great Italian fencer.
I-
He's actually shorter than 5'7"
Oh
on a
yeah,
good day.
yeah.
He's 5'5" on a good day.
I think that I don't want to be I don't necessarily like want to like copy him exactly, but I
Yeah.
think that there's a lot to learn from somebody who is like of similar build who you can
Yeah.
sort of take some ideas from. Like there's no question that he's like super mentally tough and like, he gets into
Is that touch right?
opponent's head. So
Yeah,
Should still
super
going
mentally
forward.
tough.
all right, here we go. Yeah, let's get
Hey,
back to
hard
the
hit,
action.
too. Chupanich starting off strong.
Mine's James
Oh.
Mortis.
Yeah.
We do get a
One of- one of one.
James
One of
Mortis
one.
is definitely my second favorite, bro. Are you kidding?
And it's just sorry about that, Eric. It's a shame that James did not do better. We would love to share his fencing with the world. But if you're watching this stream, you're probably A, a fan of foil, B, have seen James Mortis fence before.
Yo,
So if you haven't, go check it out.
that man lives in the Matrix.
Yeah. Let's see. Anon. I do like that.
I like it's very French.
It's very French. He's just very
He looks like Pouty.
like technically sound.
Yeah. Chupanich, just using that length.
Great
He's a
timing.
big man.
Cashing him flat-footed. And look at this. He's holding his blade down, kind of like Masialis a little.
yeah.
He's implemented. He's always got something new. Chupanich always goes all in on new styles and tactics to improve his game.
It's
I remember
important.
when he came to Brooklyn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Beautiful counterattack from Chupanich.
That's the kind of classic dynamic of like in foil, like shorter fencer, taller fencer, even though Anand is not short, but it's like you're going to get punished if you are the shorter fencer in the bout. And exactly like this,
Oh.
if you can't get inside the distance and get your arm out, like that's just going to keep
Yeah.
happening until you fix it.
Yeah.
I
That
feel
was,
like-
is that attack on prep or counterattack?
Counterattack.
Counterattack. The turn at the end.
Yeah. Steven, we interrupted you.
No, I watching Chupanich, I feel like there's just limbs flying all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like some of those limbs can score points, but they're just limbs going everywhere, man.
Oh,
I mean, this is-
again.
This is
Another
going to keep
one.
happening until Anand is able to attack from further or just get his arm out at the right moment.
All right. I'm not betting on foil anymore.
No.
No, it turns out the
think-
predictive analytics I use in Epee are even worse for foil. I
Yeah.
needed Claude, help me out.
Chupanich all the way.
Okay.
Oh,
really nice,
first
really nice
adjustment.
adjustment.
Yeah, first unsuccessful counterattack from Chupanich, 6 touches in the bout.
He didn't really change the way he was preparing, but he changed the target that he finished to because
Yeah.
everything else was inside, 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 and then he went around to flank.
Smart choice though, because that's where the blade is.
I would
on
expect him
that
to go right
counterattack.
back there.
Oh.
Oh, that was
Chupanich
awesome.
is just a long man.
telling you, man. It's just limbs.
It's like
See,
very
I was never
spidery.
able to do that though. I'm a tall fencer. The hitting getaways are way harder than they look, man.
Oh.
The timing.
What about that? That's not even a deep lunge. That's just
No.
Yeah.
perfect distance.
Yeah.
Knowing exactly where Anand is, finishing deep. This is a very, very,
Anand,
very,
Anand.
very great case for experience.
Yeah.
Mm.
And showing just Chupanich has been up here before. He's going to be up here again. He knows he's fencing a slightly less experienced guy. He's studied that game before, and he's just coming in and executing, going both forwards and backwards. He's shown us exactly what he wants to do, and he's going to keep doing it.
Right. He's not going to be somebody he's not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some good speed on him too for such a big guy.
Yeah, he
Like,
looks really light on his feet.
and the hands moving quick. Like it's tough when you're that size to move so well.
Oh my God, another counterattack.
Man.
That's awesome.
And it's all from the same angulation.
yep.
Just, you know,
You can only have so many at that size, you know?
yeah.
I think he's got at least one more in him.
Oh,
God,
okay.
this
Great
time.
attack.
Jeez.
I feel like the only difference there was maybe just like a little bit more commitment from Anand and
Yeah.
just like fully pushing off the lunge.
That was a better idea. He just didn't.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, hitting is the hardest part. Your idea could be as good as you want. Oh, come on, Anand. What's going on there? Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, see the
Anand.
bottom
Yeah,
of that
their
scoring
lights aren't
thing.
Great.
Come on, FIE, if you're watching this, please just adjust the streams a tiny bit, make them easier. Just
And-
pretty.
Yeah, this looks like a
I don't know,
new
man. They got to get the sand out of the
scorebook.
venue first.
And
Yeah.
Anand's got to
that,
keep
that
pushing.
venue
here.
has sand.
Oh, look at that. There's
just
the prep.
the disruption of the length.
Yeah.
I mean, he's using it so well, going forward and backwards. Like,
Right.
how are you
Yeah.
gonna know what he's
Oh,
doing? Okay,
oh.
that's parry or post. Yeah.
That was tough
It
to see
could
on the
be more.
lights.
I don't think you found the blade.
Oh,
He said he hit first.
Yeah,
oh,
attack
and
right.
another.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that attack right?
Attack
Yep.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
huge mistake from left.
yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to just be faster, and
I think he
Chupanich
was
already
well, he was
said-
expecting to turn it into a long push and then he just got totally popped.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What's really apparent with Chupanich for me too is just his commanding presence on the strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every touch, it feels like he's in command. He's leading the
Yeah.
dance and whatever it is. And
Yeah.
that's always good. When there's a 50-50 touch with the ref, you want to just act like you're more commanding.
Oh my God,
That kind of felt like desperation from
Crazy
Anand.
kid.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like an awful moment, I don't think, but
this all looks like desperation from Anand.
Yeah.
I think it's because he knew I bet on him after when I switched my bet.
he just can't. Yeah.
Man.
It's so relatable though. I've been in this situation too many times
Yeah.
where you're really trying. I keep bumping Eric's mic.
Hey, no
everyone. I
worries.
got a flying left elbow here.
So does Chupanich.
Yeah, he does. But really, it's so hard to be down and try your best. No, best is probably not the right word, but you're
That's
really
looking
putting a lot of
nice.
effort into it, and
Yeah.
things just aren't working. You are trying to change. Maybe try the action that you're finishing with. You want to change that up, or you change your prep or something, and it's just so forced, and you're getting more tense, more frustrated, more hopeless. And it is a really tough hole to be in, especially when you're on a stage like this. Everyone's watching. You can feel the energy from the crowd as well. And this is just the end of a day for Anand. Great day. Bronze medal here, losing to one of the world's best, but no chance.
Oh, okay.
No chance. I don't even think he gets to 5. Sorry, guys.
And we missed it, but that point in line
Yeah.
by Chupanich. Ooh.
Just
Okay,
Extra
he
cherry.
got
There's the
Extra
5.
cherry
Yo,
on
Ari,
top.
stop betting.
I can't.
whoever Ari picks for the next one,
Yeah.
pick the other way.
Nah,
Yeah.
I still want that. I got that Polish girl.
Yeah, I know. I think she's stronger than my predictive powers could even imagine.
So Anand has actually strung a couple nice touches together here.
Yeah.
I don't think Juvenich is necessarily like let his foot off the gas.
I
Although
don't know. I kind of see like
No, it's done.
I think he's phoning it in a bit.
it's so tough
Which,
to stay
like,
focused when you're
it's so-
up big and you've got
yeah.
14.
Yeah, and you just feel that it's so easy to be like,
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
couple chances to just try and get one.
That's honestly exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, that was
Oh.
Tack left off. Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
He definitely fell short in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he?
Chipinich just
did
trying
he
to force
wait?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been him
Yeah.
way too many times. That draws so much on your focus. You're like, okay, I did so much of the work to get here, and it's a real challenge faced by athletes, probably across all sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of like seeing the finish line right there,
Yeah.
and it's so dangerous. 14.6 is not as dangerous,
Yeah.
but it's still pretty
Well,
dangerous.
James Borders
Four.
loves to say 14-9 is the most dangerous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, 14-12, man.
What,
I would-
14-12, I think you stay focused. 14-9,
Oh.
it feels like you have this nice cushion.
what else
I-
can we say
I
about
think
James?
I think most of the time 14-12, the 12 has a good shot of winning. I think that's the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
In
comeback
Epee, it's the
Oh, in
most-
Epee, maybe it's
for
different.
sure in Epee,
Yeah.
where those like 14.9 in Epee is
Well,
you're-
at 14-9
you're
is
pretty good.
nearly.
You're pretty good. If you can't get one
Insurmountable.
double there, and it happens all the
Oh,
time.
yeah. No,
but-
14-9 is a comeback that you
But
see.
14-12 is very regular.
I think it's the most dangerous score 14-12 for the person with 14.
yeah.
Anand needs to get his arm out.
But for the
whatever he
person
does.
who's down, I feel like it's 14-13 because 14-12, it's easy to get that one single. And then
Okay.
you're like, oh, this is
Wow.
very winnable.
Wow.
I
Here
think
we
you
go.
win more
We're in
14-12
business
comebacks
here.
than 14-13 comebacks.
It's going to be
No, that's
interesting
what
to
I'm
see how
saying.
Anand
So
plays
that-
this.
So
Yeah,
that
does
with 11
Anand
seconds.
push
14-12, getting that
to
13th
the
touch
second period. Chup is not.
is easier than getting the 14th time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
His pass.
Sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying.
Of course you did.
Yeah, Chupanich would really like to
Not
end this
smart enough.
here.
Yeah, I think Chupanich just should take his time on a touch.
Tack left.
Tack left easily.
Too casual.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys think Anand will do it? I know I
No.
said he wouldn't get to 5, but now that he's at 9, I'm really feeling
I
like he
think the
might.
break is going to allow him to
Yeah.
refocus and figure out exactly what he wants to do because it seems like his ideas
He just needs
right now
water.
is very fuzzy of what he actually wants to
He
accomplish.
needs to raise the intensity back up.
Yeah.
You can still tell from like the body language,
Yeah.
from the way
Yep.
he's moving, that he's not fencing to win anymore.
Yeah.
He just wants that closure
Yeah.
of like
Mhm.
putting that light on. And I think if he's
Tack
able
left.
to go to the
Oh,
Tack left for sure.
Yeah, the little slight
break, let
pullback
it go to the
before
break,
he lunged
man.
there.
Let it go to the break.
Would this be the most legendary comeback you ever saw if he pulls it off?
It'd be pretty unbelievable.
This would be pretty epic. 14-6, right? What was
Yeah.
it?
44.
4.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, there
I
was a
wanted to see
moment-
where
there
Chupanich
was
was
a
gonna pull
moment-
something,
there was a
yeah.
moment he could have gone.
Wow.
Woo!
That ended up being a way more exciting first period than I thought.
Yeah.
With Anand
That
showing a
was
lot of
crazy.
life at the end.
Yeah.
Purely.
putting up some resistance.
It's
Yeah,
going to be
on the-
really spicy if Anand gets the first touch here out of the break.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, Chupanich, he's probably just going to think, I mean, him and his coach probably just going to think, okay,
Sure.
what's our best action right now? Like, what can we put together?
I don't think catching Anand in the prep, which worked towards the middle of the bout and helped Chupanich pull that big lead, I don't think that's working anymore.
No.
You know, Anand seems a lot more decisive of where he wants to finish, and the counterattacks don't seem to be working anymore too.
Yeah.
I think if you're Chupanich, you got to push forward slowly, grab the right away, and again reassert that command you
Yeah.
had in the beginning of
Yeah.
the bout.
And if you lose the middle and you get going backwards, maybe just try to work for a fall short rather
Yes.
than counterattack.
Yes.
Just,
What,
yeah, go ahead.
just on the note of comebacks.
Yeah.
And we talked about it a little bit earlier. What is the most epic comeback you've seen in a foil match?
I mean, the Itkin Marini ones.
Really?
I mean, maybe for the context
Yeah.
of the Avila and Marcialis, just in terms of what was at stake.
Yeah. Or
That-
Chung at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Or Chung at the
Blazing
Olympics,
Bulls.
but I
Yeah.
do think that that Alex Marcialis was crazier than
Yeah. Chung.
Chung's. Yeah.
Yeah. It
There we
was
go,
insane
Chub.
to get a medal.
Yeah.
Pushing
Or to
slowly.
get to top 4.
Oh, missed the first attack. Here
But I
comes
think-
Anon.
I think the focus is better here. I think the
Yeah.
intensity's back
Yeah.
up.
I think that's
Yeah, he's
not a
fencing
surprise.
again.
Okay.
Now we got a bout.
Okay.
But
Now
he
we got
could.
it
He
out.
stopped moving his feet there.
It looked like he
Anon
slipped.
gets
He
the
needs
first
edge
touch.
spray.
Yeah.
Use code.
What's the bet for action on the last
Okay,
two
okay.
weekends?
Anon has got a real sharp idea here.
I'm
Yeah.
going Chupanich step in. Well, he keeps trying that T. Lucan 7964 and it's not working.
There we go. Oh, missed the first attack. Here
Okay.
comes Anon.
14
Oh man, this is wild.
Eight
Now.
Eight
Dangerous.
straight.
Now it's dangerous.
Can't believe
Yeah.
I said he wouldn't get to 5. He heard me. I'm just kidding.
Yo, bro.
This is awesome.
This is amazing.
Thank you for
Anon looks
watching this
calm.
with
Yeah,
us,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
everybody.
Has he like screamed once? Has he been like? I guess we can't hear, but
We
he
can't
looks like
hear.
he's been
Yeah.
keeping it real calm this whole time.
Anon?
Yeah.
He looks like a silent killer. He's doing great.
He's got the eye of the tiger, man. He's focused.
I mean, he stayed in there mentally at 14-4. So
He was calling replays, man.
kudos to him.
Oh, and just
Tianji
like
got
that.
So lucky.
Oh, Tianji, you shouldn't have taken it back.
Wow.
Great finish, great match. It looked like he just missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done to Anon.
So-
I'm sure that's not the last we're going to see of him at this
No,
level.
Absolutely not.
If he got that going just a little bit sooner, man.
Yeah.
That last action was sick. The second Chupanich failed, he was out there.
And I mean, we go back to those early touches where he just kept getting hit on the ones where he was trying to finish to the inside and he was getting closed out on the counterattack. If he just is able to solve that a little bit sooner, then he's
Yeah.
able to actually stay in the bout before it gets to 14. So
I'm
Those
not
ear-
really.
yeah.
Sorry, you first.
those early touches are just, you never know when that's going to come back to bite you. So it's
Yeah.
just so critical to, when you're getting hit on something repeatedly early in the bout, solve that as fast as possible.
Yeah, for sure. And it just, as a spectator, I love that that bout was filled with hidden turns.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
at first, you think it's going to be intense and very, very quickly. It seems not intense because of how much of a scoring streak Chupanich went on with these beautiful counterattacks, these beautiful, short but deep target
Just
attacks.
direct finish.
Just
Yeah.
direct
Yeah.
finishes. And then we watched his foot actively release the gas.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And
Mhm.
Anon with an awesome, understanding of the fact that happened. He just kind of outlasted the flurry of touches.
Yeah.
And then he put on his focus and totally took over the momentum. And
Yeah, and
that's sick. That's what you want out of a match, right?
Yeah.
You want a story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there we got a cool story. And it was almost an incredibly epic comeback.
You
Yeah.
could
We
see
almost watched a 14-4 comeback.
that would have been absolutely insane.
And it still was
14-4.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Anon, for putting us on the edge of our seats.
All right.
That's gonna be a sick final though.
Yeah.
Imura
Yeah.
Imura
Chupanich.
Chupanich.
Yeah, I got Imura here.
You got Imura?
I
got-
stop
I got
betting on
Chupanich.
I'm
Boyle.
sticking on.
I
I'm
gotta
sticking with
stop betting on
Chupanich.
Boyle.
I got you.
All right. I got him. I'll stay with him.
Okay, so this
So-
is the bout.
Yeah.
There's the Polish girl who's, excuse me. Let's be more respectful of these athletes here. We have Marta Jakubowska, the Polish fencer having a career day, and then some familiar faces: Martina Favoretto,
More
Yes.
respect, Ari. More respect.
and we have
Bettini and
then look at
Azuma.
Sarah Azuma. She is smaller than
Can we get a height
Imura.
on one of these athletes?
Yeah, I don't know.
for
I don't think we
reference?
have heights on athletes.
Yeah, they have it on FI,
I don't know. Let's see. Sarah Azuma height. Apparently, according to the Olympics wiki, she is 5'2".
5'2".
yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
And Bettini's probably what, like 6'2", 6'3"?
Martina Bettini height 6'1". Wow.
So that was gonna be a
That's gonna be a
an
fun
interesting
match.
style matchup.
That is a full
Damn,
foot.
she's 6'1".
That is a full foot, pretty
Yeah.
much. 6'1" to 5'2" height difference. Wow. So our first match, we have Favoretto and Jakubowska.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting one because Jakubowska fenced another incredibly dominant fencer from Italy, very, very different fencer, but in Ariana Arrigo, and just totally took her apart. And
Yeah, 15-7, I believe.
had a lot of hard matches today. So we'll see how she fares against Favoretto.
Who's
Right.
absolutely on one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favoretto's got to be feeling a lot more fresh
Yeah.
at this point in the
15,
day.
15
I'm curious
3
on your
wins.
guys'
Yeah.
take in terms of fencing hard or like one-touch bouts early in the day, or like a string of one-touch bouts.
Stephen
Yeah.
was
'Cause
talking
you-
about this.
oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, do you think that it's advantageous to fence?
Yes, getting a priority win early is good. I'd probably rather have a priority win than like an uncomfortable 15-12.
Yeah.
Because then you're just, okay, in this moment when push comes to shove, I trust myself.
Yeah,
I delivered.
Yeah.
And then you're more relaxed later. Whereas if you have like a 15-12 and it was uncomfortable and you squeak away with some double touches,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
in epee, it's harder to get confident from that. So I think it's either total blowout or,
15
you win
points.
by one.
Do you think it takes a toll fencing a bunch of those in a row? Because
No,
Jakubowska-
physically,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But you definitely start to,
I think
you feel confidence.
yeah.
I don't know. I think the physical toll,
Okay,
just
here we
from all
go.
that adrenaline and all that stress.
Yeah. She
Ooh.
looks pretty active.
I like it.
I haven't seen Polish foil
is
that
like-
much in my.
This is pretty typical, I would say, of Polish foil.
Yeah.
It looks
It's more of like a
textbook.
look than like a technique.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, they
It
Yeah.
looks exactly like
Looks very disruptive.
Katya.
Kind of like
Well,
Katya,
a
yeah, kind of
little
like
bit.
Jan Novak. Shout
Yeah.
out Jan.
Ari, I'm gonna say this not in terms of looks, but just
Oh.
it's giving me a vibe. Zaratniak.
Well, she
Just
does
like-
happen to be a Polish legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Favoretto off to a good start here.
Yeah.
You can see why she's so dominant, even from that first touch, just being very relaxed, and her point just immediately finds its target.
Yeah.
That was really cool to see because she hit somewhere in the flank, right?
Yeah.
And that's precise. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, and look at the way
nice.
she's managing the distance, Favoretto. She's staying right in that advanced lunge place where you're kind of uncomfortable. She's there, but she's not forcing
Yeah.
anything.
She was ready for the Leon Paul mask parry. She's clearly very trained.
I was gonna say she seems like a difficult target to hit.
Oh yeah, the speed at which she closed that four line,
Yeah.
stepping in is ooh.
Wow.
Is there
Wow.
a gender pay gap in women's fencing?
Is there a
there's
gender pay gap?
I don't know.
fencing,
There,
as in-
DJ, you've heard. That's why we want to start a league. There is no gender pay gap because there is no pay. We
Makes it
don't have
easy.
any analytics on sponsorship deals, but I'd imagine they're very similar across the two. But now that pro fencing is coming up with the World Fencing League, it'll be interesting to see if there's a gender pay gap. Very good question from our producer for the day, DJ.
That's your boss, man. Treat him with some respect.
I am. I'm shouting him out on direct elimination for the nth time. The last thing DJ wants. It's like all 50
Nice.
people
Really nice
listening
from,
now know my
Favoretto.
name.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can just see the
Ah.
discipline from her. Like she's never overcommitting to the distance. She's always
No.
getting her arm out front. Even if she falls short, it's okay. She just works backwards. She took back over, came back forwards again, and able to score and beat attack.
Yeah.
And we have to definitely highlight Jakubowska's age and
Yeah.
experience at this level. So there's a certain element to fencing on a stage that changes the entire dynamic of the conversation. Because for most of your other bouts, there's something else happening in the venue.
Yeah.
There are sounds and yelling and scoring happening elsewhere. But on that final strip, everyone in the room is looking at you. And that is a totally different dynamic. And it sounds like she doesn't have this experience at the international level a lot. Whereas Favoretto wins a tournament every couple of
Yeah.
months, if that, right? She's probably winning more frequently than that. And she's just used to being on the stage.
Yeah.
She's controlling everything.
Yeah. I mean, minute and a half gone by, Jakubowska 0 touches.
Yeah.
Kind of tells the story.
Yeah, especially in foil where things happen pretty quickly. But she is
She's consistently
keep-
scoring off target with
Yeah.
that advanced launch.
you gotta respect her really just
Like it's a
ripping it.
very consistent action.
Yeah. Oh, tension in the middle.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
This is what we're talking about in foil, it's not necessarily needing to have the right of way. It's just being the one who's making things happen, taking a little bit of a risk,
Yeah.
being
Having that
the committed
control.
fencer.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's something that we don't think about enough as epeists because we think it's so reliant on right of way.
Yeah.
But here it's like if you can just do something
Yes.
and then get a single light on. I've seen a lot more single lights than I thought in these bouts.
Yeah.
Like right now,
Oh,
yeah.
again,
Nice.
just
So controlled,
nothing
so
surprised her
composed,
there. Yeah.
I think the key piece there is just initiation, right? You can be
Yes,
initiating
exactly.
defensive.
Mhm.
Right.
Yes,
So
exactly.
as long as you're the one leading the action across weapons, it's
Yes.
the same thing.
Absolutely.
In epee. Like
Absolutely.
it's right of way gives you like a trend, like a way to, in theory, lead the
Right.
action, but it doesn't mean you're initiating. You're in control there.
Totally.
I think that sometimes you get. Oh, there we go.
Finally,
That was
let's go,
nice touch.
Jakubowska.
Sometimes, just to continue on that point, sometimes you get kind of lured into a false sense of security when you get right of way and you're pushing forwards, but you don't necessarily have a secure idea of how it is you want to touch. And so, yeah, I've got right of way, but that's not going to help me if I can't put a light on.
Right.
Yes.
So that last touch was a counterattack, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So T. Lucan's really looking to see a nasty attack in prep right now. We're hoping for it too, honestly. We're cheering for Marta here from Theorist Studios.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice one.
Nice. With a change in lines, right? Fake high going
Yeah.
It looked like
underneath.
she got the blade, which,
Really?
yeah,
through 8 or what?
No.
just like 4 and then finish.
Hmm.
Ah.
Too sharp of eyes for Stephen.
Okay.
Oh, counter repose.
Just putting it
from
together now.
Marta.
Attack.
Let's go.
Wow.
Marta's
Polish
a fighter.
fencing is very gritty.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
her fencing. But it looks like if that's the Polish school or style,
It's
they look
gritty, man.
gritty.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There is nothing easy against them.
Oh.
And it feels like, I mean, I don't want to call it ugly, but it feels like the more scrappy that the bout has gotten, the more it's favored Jakubowska.
Yeah.
Martina
I mean,
seems
I
to,
think,
like
yeah.
pride herself in kind of just a different action every time, mixing up tempos a lot. And it seems like she at least ran out of a little bit of sauce
Yeah.
towards the end of this period.
Well,
of
now
Marta.
she gets a chance to refuel,
Yep.
recharge in the 1 minute break.
It's
That
nice,
was wild.
It's nice to see, as compared to the first two matches we watched, like using the time here.
Yeah.
Really?
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
For women's foil, I prefer to watch Lee Kiefer run train on fencers and Lauren Scruggs just being able to make something happen, just pushing their opponent down and finishing and being super creative in those finishing actions. It's way more exciting, especially the amount of off-target lights that I saw, the amount of the slow pace. It was,
And this is coming from
Yeah.
an epee fencer.
and yeah, these are great fencers, right? They're in the semifinals of a World Cup, but it's just too slow for me, I would say.
See,
Like watching someone like Lee, and I'll just finish this and then
Yeah.
pass it off to you guys. It's just so badass to see her be able to like push, create. There's always something trying
Yes.
to happen. And then once she gets there, boom,
Yeah.
she'll find a way to finish the action and more lights on target.
Yeah.
So the off target is really, really tough for a spectator.
Listen,
I'm not going to lie.
I agree that it is a more exciting match to watch where they're just throwing actions and like making stuff happen. But now we have a fight,
Yeah.
right? Because of this, taking the time and trying to like calculate these edges and really create these opportunities, like Marta was able to get back into this match and it wasn't a blowout, right? She's able to create these opportunities for herself.
No,
Nice.
Marta
Nice.
Paparetto looking like a crippled crab. You never know what she's going to do next.
Are you,
That was a direct quote from the FIE stream on an Elijah Emmerich bout. I just had to whip it out at some point
well, I
today.
don't think she looks like a
Damn.
crippled crab.
No, I
She
know.
looks
I
like a
just-
regular crab.
I just thought it was a
She does look like a
hilarious.
crab.
Dude, I don't know what crippled crab means, but it was a hilarious
A
take.
crab.
Oh, what do you
This is a
think?
tight
Standard
call.
amount of legs.
I want to give it to Marta Jakubowska. Just
It
'cause
looks
she's
like she
taking the
stopped. I hate
initiative.
Yeah.
to say it.
Dang.
I think the Italians paid off the refs here.
Yeah.
No, that's the go-to Italian touch. I feel like the second you stop your attack,
They'll just take over.
oh yeah. Besides the just direct to finish.
Oh, we got that tension in the middle.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
just got to put your point on target, Marta. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, those close distance sort of pair of post offs have definitely gone the way of Jakubowska
Parry
to this
post
point.
softs.
Yeah,
I like that. That's a new term.
I don't think I've ever said that before.
Well,
Just
thanks
came
for
up with that
bringing it
one.
out here. I loved it.
But it's the first
Counter
like,
riposta.
3 touches of Favaretto. It seemed like Jakubowska couldn't find the blade.
Yeah, yeah.
She was just getting hemmed around the blade.
Oh.
She found it there on the nice counterattack
Absolutely.
infighting, right?
Let's go.
That's
Yeah,
like
Ari.
that's like a remise counterattack remise.
It's kind of just straight counterattack.
Counterattack,
Yeah, I
alright.
mean, she got
Well, she
Favaretto.
did like a fall short on her attack.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah,
attack
yeah.
no, and then Favaretto tries to attack as well, and she countered. Right?
Yeah, she got the
So
arm.
the word remise doesn't even live in that sentence, right?
It just kind of depends on the gap between the first and the second.
Sounds like I can just kind of paint my own picture here.
You know what? You do you.
As long as I'm using
do whatever
the
you
words,
want.
as long as
using fencing words.
it's still using enough fencing words for people to know, right?
Oh yeah.
So back to the bout. Favaretto quickly reestablishing the lead. She is really, really stable, but Marta Jakubowska probably got through those other bouts just due to her grit. She is very much in this bout,
Yeah.
fighting, looking for ways to make her opponent uncomfortable. And you can tell I'm uncomfortable watching this.
Yeah, Jakubowska has not had much success pushing all the way down, at least for first intention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice touch.
The body language from
that's an
Oh.
attack, right?
it
She
in
might have
terms
got-
of the action, yeah, but the problem was Jakubowska did this sort of like shimmy away thing at the end, and
Yeah.
refs will often punish that super hard because if it looks like you're counterattacking, you can't, by definition, you
That's
can't be
true.
attacking.
That's true.
Am I
I-
tripping or that looked like a pretty clear pair of posts from Favaretto?
You
to me.
clearly are tripping because
I'm
that was
tripping.
an
It's tough with
attack
no
left
sound.
on
It's tough with no sound.
Jakubowska.
we don't have sound. We don't know if she got the blade or not.
They don't
Yeah,
have
that's
sound
true.
either.
Let's go.
Hey.
Okay.
Wait, no, they gave an extra point.
No, they took it out. They
Okay,
took it back.
okay. I thought I was going to be one of those Cyrus of Chaos whistleblowers.
No,
Damn. I missed my moment.
there's like a 25% chance it happens
Okay.
sometime today, though.
Oh,
Oh.
beautiful
That's
finish to
really
that
impressive.
low target that Favorito does
That's-
so well.
That's been money so far this bout.
It feels like in foil, that's not a common target to reach for, right? You're usually shooting for the center of the chest naturally, right?
I think it. I mean,
Oh,
Oh.
nice. She's just
I don't think-
so
no, that's not worth
crafty.
it.
She's just so crafty with
Yeah.
how she finishes and changes her target and everything. Do you think she'd be good at another sport? Do you think she could do gymnastics? Like looking at how
Maybe. I don't know. Her center of gravity is just so low.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
she plays with that a lot.
yeah, and it's crazy how creative she can be with her upper body, lower body dissociation there. It's incredible to watch. Like the hip shoulder displacement
Yeah.
is wild.
And the way when she steps into distance, she kind of gives you that little stutter step.
Yeah.
And then you can see Jakubowska's gotten caught just
Oh.
standing there a couple times.
I can see I haven't given Martina Favaretto enough attention as a foilist to watch on the circuit. It's probably because I do not like Leon Paul masks. And she is so good. And it's like I don't know what it is about Leon Paul masks. You know, they never did anything to me, but it's just hard to watch them and
Yo.
enjoy fencing.
Isn't it so funny how that can make a difference in the viewing
Yeah,
experience?
dude, you just put her in a nice, good old Prieur mask. Boom. I watched the hell out of that.
Attack
Oh,
left.
attack left.
That's not line.
Can you imagine?
I think they might be saying attack no.
Oh man.
Martina
Stretch.
Favaretto is so good at fencing.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so cool. And I feel so silly saying that out loud and sounding surprised. I'm not surprised. She's got an incredible resume and she's super consistent. But getting to watch, you get a whole nother appreciation for those results.
Yeah. And I do think that the experience might be coming into play here. Just
Yeah.
like you were saying earlier with Chupanich and Anon, like Favaretto's been here so many times. She knows how to win these bouts on the stage.
Omri Rogel. All right. We will unmute it for you. DJ, can you try unmuting it just to see what happens? It's in the bottom left. Yeah, right there.
Attack no.
Okay, sweet.
Wait, let's see.
If there's no commentator, we'll take over. We thought there were commentators, Omri. Thank you for that call out. We are the commentators.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That just seems like a product of Jakubowska not really have any confidence in finishing first intention going forward.
Yeah.
Sometimes she just gets caught flat-footed and popped on the attack and prep.
Mm-hmm. Martina's just like push. Come
Yeah.
on. What do you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a powerful feeling when you feel like
No doubt.
your opponent can't hit you on a first intention attack.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go backwards. What's the worst that can happen?
Right.
Like she has nothing to worry about. Her
Pair
posts.
posts, yeah.
DJ, how's the audio? Is that
Good still.
it's okay? All right.
Sweet.
All right, Omri. We got bout audio. We can hear.
Let's go,
But the
Omri.
moment we
Thank
hear
you.
another commentator, it's
Yeah, but if we hear any FIE commentators, we gotta mute it.
Are there ever people watching in the like?
In the
the
stands?
stands?
Good question from DJ. No.
Oh,
I'd say the max amount of
Kazakhstan.
the max amount of
Kazakhstan?
viewers you have live for this. No, there are people. It's like anywhere from 100 to 200 people probably
Yeah.
for a semifinals or finals, and then 23 watching with us now.
yo, that's tough.
Thank you for joining in to the direct elimination foil debut. Oh my gosh, Favaretto, so dominant and so relaxed.
Do
And
you
I
think
love her.
anybody's gonna get 10 on her today?
No, her change of tempo is insane because
Yeah.
she's so slow, and that stutter step is
yeah.
wild because she does that and she can continue forward or break the distance from
Yeah.
there. So her balance
Yeah.
and poise is crazy from that small step in.
Yeah,
T. Lukin 7964, crazy because I think Marta is only 19 and Favaretto is 24. Talk about experience at the age of 24, being that experienced
Yeah.
and that dominant only builds you for a future of success. And 19, great start to her senior career, hopefully, for Jakubowska.
Such a hard target to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild that I've never seen a foilist deliberately shoot that low on the target.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's definitely,
Like short versus tall person, probably, right? Makes sense.
I was just going to say same-handed. I mean, as a lefty, I feel like other lefties can sometimes be susceptible to that. I don't know what the dynamic is like righty-righty.
There is no dynamic.
Oh, yeah?
No, I feel like righty is depends on how close the styles are, but it kind of leads to a lot more doubles, I think. Like if both people are kind of
Yeah.
fencing similarly and doing that. And maybe here too, that's why there's so many off-target actions and whatnot, because it's like canceled out in a sense.
hmm
Righty lefty, there's always somebody has an angle advantage
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah.
And that's why I either love it or hate it. No in between. It's either like, oh, I'm getting totally abused and taken advantage of by some angulation stuff, or I just always get the outside angle or something. And in the middle, it doesn't live for very long. If it's going like this, it always just like scales tip in one direction or another.
Damn.
Like sometimes Steven will just absolutely destroy me in like the flank area, and other times I just win the angle battle.
Yeah.
Whoever's hand is higher.
Yeah, whoever's hand is higher. But
That's
then
that's
you
the
can
real
get the
key,
low
lefty,
hand.
righty.
You can get the low
No. Lefty, righty, 90% of the time, it's just who's hand.
hand. In foil, does that matter?
Oh, totally.
Finishing with a high hand versus a low hand.
That's not something I ever
I
think
don't think about that too
Yeah.
much.
In epee, because you have to block out a whole line.
Oh, because you're blowing at the hand
Yeah.
itself.
Just get your hand on top, you'll be okay.
And in epee, I feel like you hold the opposition of the blade for so much longer than in foil.
Yeah.
In foil, is that a badass move if you can just go through someone's blade like that?
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes. I think it looks like even cooler in epee, but it's still like, yeah, in foil, especially if like one of those ones where you just like press really hard and
Yep.
like, push it down and then get it all the way out of the way and touch. Yeah, those are
Control
baller
that shit.
touches.
Oh my god. Another stage issue here.
You get fired up on this.
No injuries, luckily, but sheesh. Oh, we just lost 10 viewers. They don't like watching blowouts, I guess. Well, I doubt they're listening to me now, but if you come back soon, men's foils finals starting.
The other semifinal.
You think UFC fighters would be good at fencing? Like Arman?
I think that's a great question. It's a great question. So I think that UFC fighters have a predisposition to being good at any fighting sport, but there's so much technique involved in fencing that nobody would be good if they just switched to fencing.
Yeah.
But
I think
no,
No,
there's
'cause-
so much. There's a fine motor skill involved in fencing. So DJ is asking some really strong questions from the side here. Would the UFC fighters or boxers or any athlete be good at fencing? Do I think that they could understand the footwork and the timing and all that? Yes, without a doubt. They would pick up on it faster than anybody for the most part.
Mm.
But learning the fine motor skills involved in fencing,
It just takes time.
it just takes
In fencing,
yeah. If you give him a
Yes.
week of training, Conor McGregor is getting spanked around by mid-level fencers.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is the fine motor skills. It's like you can be a mathematical genius with photographic memory and you could be the best sewer and knitter and what a piano player in the world, but a week of guitar isn't going to make you the best guitar player. It's like the actual technique involved is so important. That being said, if you just start like two people from different backgrounds start, the fighter is going to have the advantage for
Yeah.
sure. DJ, I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Maybe
It doesn't.
maybe
so-
for that reason they'll be most successful in Saber, where the sort of fine motor skills is least
But
critical.
it's still technique related.
Yeah,
There's
for
still
sure.
so much technique that nobody like pick anything highly specialized and technical that requires a level of technique, and you just can't throw someone into it regardless of what they're doing and have them compete against the very best. It doesn't. I've gotten to fence elite football players who are incredible athletes, and then they suit up for fencing, and yeah, sure, they feel distance timing. They're more in tune with their bodies than most people, but they just can't fence. It doesn't give them a couple of years of training, or an elite tennis player or anyone that's a freak athlete. Sure, but they're not going to competing
it
against.
is. It's a year's timeline. It's
Yeah.
not like a week's timeline.
Tua
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa. How's he doing in that at fencing? I'd rather choose Michael Jordan. Tua Tagovailoa has had so many concussions he can't even play football anymore, and that's what he knows. I would say that Michael Jordan, with 10 years of fencing training in his prime, he'd probably be very good with like 5 years, right? He's a freak athlete, but you still just need time in the saddle. It's one of those things that you can't force.
All right, here we
You
go.
can't
Azuma
rush. You can
Battini.
force it, but
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
true.
rush
You
it.
can't rush it. I love Azuma's fencing.
Yeah.
This is look at the
This is
literally,
crazy.
Is this your first time seeing
He
it?
has a-
No, I've seen Azuma, but
He has
yo,
a wider
Bettini.
and guard than Bettini does.
Yeah,
Hey.
Oh, what a finish!
that's her game. Just wait for all the flurry to pass and then just put the light on over the top.
Yeah.
this is
That's pretty much the
Oh,
Talking about under the flank? That's the under the flank there.
Under the flank is
Yo.
a 6'1" on a 5'2".
Yeah,
We were
That
talking
was
about
crazy.
what hand angles there two
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Just finishing
Yeah.
like over the top like
Yeah.
that.
that's a crazy way to finish.
It's really a David versus Goliath battle here.
Oh,
Come on, Azuma. You could do this. The
Bettini
one
had
person that I'm cheering for that's going to win a bout. It's happening here. Is Ari bad luck for foil fencers?
Yeah.
Find out here.
Yes. Based on our sample
yeah.
size.
Dude,
it's
don't come
really-
cheer for me at the next snack.
Okay.
Please stay far
I'll just
away.
cheer for your opponents. What do you mean?
Okay. Oh yeah. There you go.
Just
There you
cheer
go.
for everyone you fence
There we
next
go.
week, right?
Yeah.
So
Dude, you're gonna
when
help
I'm
me. You're gonna
cheering
help me to
against
the
you-
middle.
When I'm cheering against you, you know why.
Oh, Bettini.
So
Managing
Bettini making it
space
super hard
so
for
well.
Azuma to get into her distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Azuma just can't get in close enough.
A lot like we were seeing, honestly, at the beginning of the bout with Chupanich and on, where
Yeah.
the shorter fence are just struggling to get into the right distance where they can
Yeah.
execute and put a light on.
This is where we gotta
Oh,
do what we were
that's-
talking about with Bryce
that's-
Louis, just cause some chaos,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Azuma was in a winnable situation
Yeah.
there and just
Yeah.
couldn't hit. That was the right idea. Getting close
Yeah.
so you're infighting. And
I
this
like
is
the
a
change though. She's just letting it rip now.
well, this is a great analogy to sports like boxing, right?
Yeah.
DJ is asking about fighting sports here, and I think that this is something that it's funny because you're bringing other people into fencing. Let's take fencers out of fencing and put them into other sports. I think this is very, very, very similar to a boxing matchup. Like, Mike Tyson's a shorter boxer, and you have weight classes, and he's competing against dudes that are huge. And you have to be able to get into that distance
Yeah.
and play with your advantages. In fencing, you see that trying to happen here for Azuma, but Bettini playing the role of this larger and longer fighter. The goal is exactly that. Just keep them far away from you. Keep them guessing as to whether or not you're going to finish all of the actions that you're showing,
Yeah.
and otherwise just keep them as far as possible.
Yeah.
Bettini's
And-
got this locked down so
yeah,
far.
Bettini's doing a great job of that. And that being said, if this was a UFC fight, I got Azuma.
Bettini.
Every match has just been pull away. The name of the game has just been
Yeah.
Yeah.
compound those leads, and then we haven't seen any close. fights.
Bettini is clinical, man.
That was a nice little parry repost, right?
Yeah.
Through the blade, as we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
That was
Slow the
definitely
bout down.
badass.
Got to get some control back. Change something up. Probably hear a word or two from your coach when you walk back there.
Oh yeah. And this is not easy what Bettini is doing. It's so easy to miss these moments and just get super frustrated.
So sharp.
Yeah.
So
Just to
precise.
score 7 touches in a row
Yeah.
on anybody at this level, you just got to be so locked in. And she's just got the right combination of tactics and activation and confidence.
Yeah. Here we go again. Oh, see,
She's just,
doesn't
and that's the
force
thing
it.
is she's so
Oh.
comfortable.
Yep.
If she doesn't like what she sees,
Yep.
she's just gonna leave it, and then it immediately creates a really nice scoring chance with counter posts.
Absolutely. Patience pays off.
Wow.
Bettini looks so hard to hit.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she has a way bigger target than Azuma does.
Yeah.
But she defends herself
Okay.
so well.
There we go, Azuma. There we
Tried to
go.
go for that back foot. Bettini went for the back foot.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. She was going for it.
Oh yeah. There
There
it
you
is.
go.
There it
There
is,
you go.
Azuma.
That's the change you need. Just go crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to get in there.
Low key.
Some
at
Bryce
this point.
Louis energy.
You need some
We're
Bryce
sending
Louis.
it her
She's
way.
got the-
Oh,
oh.
what is that?
Yeah. Attack Bettini.
That's attack Bettini.
I don't know.
There was no
there's
hesitation.
always a debate.
Yeah, but she had
for
her arm
me.
back
Yeah, she had her arm back, but she started
She's
her
fully
feet first.
sending it.
Yeah,
with her arm back.
with her arm back.
Foil, come on.
But no, but
I've
look
seen
at the-
Garazzo, his whole Olympic gold run was his arm was behind
Things are
his
very
head.
different now than they were in 2016.
Okay, so arm back does not.
There's
get
kind of
counted
like a
as
pretty
toucher.
distinct divide pre 2016, post 2016 in terms of how
Good.
foil was being called. Because back
Good.
then you just got away with anything as long as you're going forwards.
Good. I like the arm having to come forward.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty fun.
Oh,
I think-
There we
I
go.
do think that Azuma will be better off if she tries to take blade on the way in.
Look at how fast her feet are moving.
But it's not really accomplishing all that
Oh,
much.
It's not.
Attack
It's
off.
not.
Attack off.
So there, her arm was back.
Yes. But Bettini was counterattacking.
yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. Sorry. Simple.
It's all
simple
relative. It's
explanation.
all relative.
Epe needs help sometimes.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Like, what are you gonna
man.
do?
How do
What are you
defend
gonna do?
yourself?
Oh,
That is such a
Bettini.
good touch.
I don't defend myself, that's for sure. Against that, jeez. Is that
That was-
attack left?
That was
Attack
absolutely
left.
attack left.
All
That was
right.
honestly the first real mistake from Bettini
Yeah.
where she just got a little lazy.
Yeah.
The other ones that Azuma got, she really created them and built them, but I would expect Bettini to refocus here.
That's a good point. It was the first time Bettini looked out of sorts
Yeah.
even for a second there. And that's all it took.
I think that, yeah, there's been a couple actions in a row here where all of a sudden Azuma's a lot more in control of the
Mhm.
dynamic of the phrase.
Come on, Azuma.
Yeah, we need another epic comeback.
I will say women's foil is a lot easier to commentate on just because the pace of it.
That's true. There's a lot more time to discuss an action.
Yeah,
another
yeah.
Action. Men's foil, something else has already happened.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer.
Oh, yeah. You guys-
Yeah,
Finally
I mean,
found that blade.
That's like classic her. I think this is like the stay in
Yeah.
four and then put the light on.
Yeah, that was a little bit tough though.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were looking at me for that because it was not pretty. She just went for it off the line, and Bettini, without moving her feet at all, pair repost.
Oh,
that
Oh,
was
wow.
impressive. Just sort of like finishing it.
A lot of really dominant performances today. I'm really hoping for some exciting and closer fight final matches because this is
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I'm getting better.
Let's go, Steven.
what you didn't. Did you know that that was what they were going to call Stephen?
Yeah, I did. Or I hope that was right.
All right. Sarah Zuma.
Oh,
Yeah, you
going
can't
for
start
it.
that attack from that far.
Yeah. That being said, I don't know what I would do if I was Sarah here. I mean,
it's
everything
tough.
I've tried has been shut down. Bettini's not only way bigger than me, but she is creative today and
Yeah.
not scared. Oh, that was a
Good
good
one.
opportunity. That was an aggressive little beat there from Bettini while testing.
And
the
you gotta
blade.
test it, man.
Yeah, that was. You gotta beat the blade out of Azuma's hand. Oh,
Hit her with the clothesline.
I saw that this was being discussed on Cyrus of Chaos's page, but what's your guys' take on terms of like below 15 seconds left in the bout? Nobody's like before ready fence. Are you obligated to let it go to time?
no.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of times that you'd see that continue moving.
Yeah.
The bout. No one's obligated to do anything other than
Even after you salute, like I know people say it's like a scumbag move or whatever, but like
I want to hear your take on this too, but I feel like
I don't think I do think there is an argument to be made. It is a little scummy. I wouldn't do it myself.
yeah.
Because that seems like
what
very
pretending
risky.
to
Pretending to
I-
salute
yeah,
and then attack.
To me, that's where the line is.
I
If
think
you,
it's
you pretend
scummy.
like you're stepping away and then you try something,
Yeah, that is dirty.
It's dirty, but like it's
but like
legal.
I mean,
It's absolutely legal.
Yeah, the
and it is
legality. There is no.
absolutely on
Yeah,
you.
and there's
for
no
getting hit by
obligation.
that.
There's
No.
you have to always be ready until the time runs out. And I think that it's, oh, why'd you do that? The break was coming, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think if you have an action, you're setting it up, go for it. Because so many people get tense in the last 30 seconds of a match. And that's where 30 seconds is plenty of time to set something up.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not even
15.
talking about like 30 seconds. I'm talking about like
Yeah, no.
a short amount of time where
The
there's
only
still enough time to
The only
score.
time that there's maybe some moral obligation is if you salute, and that's just because it's a gentleman's sport.
You're right.
It's like,
That's for me. That's why
a
that's where I
salute
draw
is
the
like
line.
it's a salute in any. It's a worldwide. If you're saluting
Yeah.
in anything, you are saluting in
Right,
the military or whatever. It's a sign of respect, right?
Yeah, and I mean the whole sport is sort of based on those principles of
Yeah. That being
respect
said,
and honor.
That being said,
Now,
if one
technically-
person wants to salute off and the other doesn't,
Oh yeah, totally different.
you're
Totally different.
cooked.
But if you
that being said, if you both salute, technically that is a yellow card, so it isn't a real salute, right? Like you literally can't salute off anymore, right? They should technically P card you for that.
Oh,
So-
interesting.
Like I said, it's scummy, but I hate to say it. I don't hate the idea. Or, like I don't hate people who do that. I respect it.
Yo, if someone did that to you though,
I'd be like, well, that's on me for like.
oh wow,
I don't think you would
you're a
think
good
that at the
sport. You're a
moment.
good sport, man.
I-
Someone
Nah.
did that to me, I'd be like,
Oh, is that the sign you'd make?
yeah. I go, ugh.
And you know why? Because every time I do salute off, in the back of my mind, I'm like, they might still go.
No,
right?
that's
Without
good.
fail, every
That's-
time I
that's
don't
good.
relax. Right?
I learned the hard way. That got done to me before.
Really?
This guy saluted and I saluted off and he flicked me on the hand.
No.
And said, "Welcome to
At what
Siemens."
level?
Div 1 in top 32 in 2014.
And
Look
he
at that.
told you,
Azuma
"Welcome to
scoring
seniors."
some touches. Oh,
Wow.
not enough though.
Yeah.
Bettini just
Still has too many
unpredictable
options.
here. Oh, I'm not cheering for Foyle anymore. I'm just watching as a pure spectator. I can't attach myself to any side. I've lost 4 bouts today, and it really feels like I've lost each one. And I'm just bummed going into these finals, even though it's so exciting. I'd say the weight of these losses is starting to weigh on me.
Meanwhile, Eric's looking like he's gonna go 2 for 2 right now.
We'll see.
You
We'll
said
see.
Choop and Favaretto.
Yeah.
Thank God we're not putting money on this.
Yeah.
All right, on the finals, you want to put some money?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Not. Eric said I'm good.
I'm good.
I'll put
Dude,
lunch
you're the
on
only one that's gonna get it right.
it. I'll put lunch on it.
Steven's got lunch on this.
Oh, I like that.
All right. I'll bet lunch. We'll have a side bet here,
Yeah.
and anyone in the chat, unless we find out you're an NCAA athlete, in which case
I think-
get out of the chat.
Can't they gamble now?
I don't know. Can NCAA athletes gamble yet?
I don't think so. I think if it's a if the rule is like if it's a sport that's hosted by the NCAA, you
Yeah.
can't bet on it, right?
And fencing is very much an NCAA
Is it?
sport.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is. It is. This year they just had their first men's and women's divided championship
Yeah,
in NCAA fencing. That was cool.
yeah.
I would say
Much
that-
needed change, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Oh, 100%.
But let's not make this all about the U.S. Let's talk about this World Cup really quickly. How big do you guys think fencing is getting in Italy and Japan? Because we're seeing a lot of noise and attention towards it in the U.S. as we push for LA 2028. But are other countries catching some of that momentum?
I
Do we
think
know?
other
Oh.
countries have had that sort of momentum. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think they've seen as much of a surge in attention and popularity as the U.S. has in the last, let's just say, post Paris.
It's really too bad for Japan that they couldn't host the Olympics properly with fans
and they're
because
so good at fencing
Yeah.
now as a country. That is a great point.
and that was the year that they won
Men's
Men's team gold. That was so cool to see.
That's a wild card.
They were like the last seed coming in, right?
Yeah, because they didn't qualify, but they got a
Right.
bid because of the host country.
Wow. Yeah.
And they took out the Americans.
Yeah. I remember that one.
I remember.
Yep.
I remember.
That witch doctor, man.
Oh, Azuma's still fighting for it. It's so hard for her to get close to the
put on the
team.
off target
Just
to stop
extend
the
their
threat.
arm.
That's smart. I would do the same. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, look, she won.
Oh, there we go, Azuma. Some life from the
14-9,
left.
will it be dangerous?
Yeah, this is James Bordis' most dangerous.
Oh,
A duck. Patini
Duck.
scored every single touch she wanted to that battle.
Yeah.
What a variety of different actions.
She made it look easy too.
no, yeah, you were
Jeez.
right. She was being creative at the same time as she was asserting that. You know?
So creative.
I really like this flick under.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
really sick.
And that stuff like that you can't necessarily pull off in epee because your hands just like you
This
can. No, because she was able to do it from like
Oh
these
yeah, it's way out
angles.
to the side.
Yeah, and Jason Chang.
Yeah.
Shout out to the U.S. Longtime fencer and now referee Jason Chang, former captain of the UPenn men's fencing team, out here repping the U.S. in the semifinals
Let's
of
go.
the World Cup.
As
Got to
a
shout
referee.
out some referees.
He refereed. I can't remember which of the finals, but one of the finals from the last foil event.
That's
in Lima.
amazing. I had no idea. Well, now that we're in this break, DJ, do you mind muting it real quick? Let's chat real quickly for you guys. What is the hardest bout you've ever fenced?
Like hardest opponent.
Yeah, just the most challenging match you've ever had. Anybody?
I
Man,
gotta
that's
think
a
on this
hard
one.
one. I
What
don't
about
know.
recently? Oh, you haven't fenced that
I haven't
much.
fenced in a while, but
But Eric, tell us, you got to train with some of the best fencers on the
I
planet.
do.
Who's your hardest bout at practice?
I mean, I don't think I've ever beaten Siddharth.
Siddharth
Siddharth is a
Simba?
very difficult bout for me.
Yeah,
He's just down your throat. He doesn't give you anything.
really?
Yeah.
Pause. So what about his fencing is so challenging? Is he really technical?
He's got such good command in the middle, and if you get going backwards against him, it's very hard to slow him down. If you do get going forwards against him, he's very good at seeming not ready, and then he'll just step in and counterattack. And he's very good at manipulating the distance in a way that seems more comfortable than it actually is for you
Okay.
as the opponent.
Shout out Sid,
Yeah.
my teammate.
I love the aesthetic of Sid's fencing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
So
It's always been like
Put
so
together
bluttery.
yeah,
Yeah, it's true. How about you, Nick?
okay. Well,
What's the
last time I
hardest
was at the NIAC practice, there's a few guys that beat me. James Bordis obviously is one, bro. He was like ducking under my stuff. He was like moving side to side on the strip.
dragging.
Yeah,
he puts a hand on the strip to have that third point of
Totally
yeah.
legal.
Yeah, no,
Totally legal.
he really touches the corners of the rules and tries to push that line on any rule he can get his hands on.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, covering target, how much
Yeah.
can I get away with? Points of contact on a strip, how much can I get away with? Overt showboating or
Yeah,
whatever, how
yeah.
much can I get away with? And he's really playing 4D chess out there.
no
Yeah.
doubt.
No
like
doubt.
so many great athletes before him. You know?
Yeah.
That's just the name of the game. When
No,
you,
but it's cool.
yeah.
He's really on figure it out yourself mode.
Yeah.
My favorite James Portis bit is losing the bout and screaming like he won the bout.
Oh yeah.
He's been doing
If
that a lot.
you ever seen him in practice, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a classic.
And we'll bring on James for a direct elimination episode. He's
Oh, I
got
can't wait
quite
for
an
that.
interesting story to share with you guys. Very smart guy in the conventional sense, and he has really come into his own as a senior fencer without a coach.
Yeah.
Which is really
Yeah.
really interesting to
Wow.
talk about. We have Malcolm McShane 9107. I never thought I'd see foil commentary here, but I'm excited. Thank you so much, Malcolm, for joining the stream. We're waiting for the finals to start in men's and women's foil in Cairo. We've got Imura Kazuki and Alexander Chupanich, two very, very strong fencers facing off in what's going to be a battle
It's
of
gonna be a
David versus
banger.
Goliath coming soon. And it's starting in 15 minutes. Yeah, Stephen, go to the restroom. And then,
Yo, I'll
No, but
take
I
it.
could definitely use a break.
here you go. Stephen is going to take a break, and we'll just keep chatting here.
Yeah, bro. Let's run it.
Something yummy.
You want this now?
Maybe. But coffee sounds
What
good.
kind of coffee?
Yo.
Whatever you're having, Stephen.
I'm getting espresso. You guys
All right.
I'm good. Thank you.
So, for those
I'll
of
just
you
take
that
out
have
his-
joined and have not watched before, sorry, Eric. All right.
No, yeah, let's talk to the chat. What's going
Yeah,
on,
chat. Let's hear what you guys have enjoyed about these semifinals, because I mean there was a lot of stuff happening here, but also not any moment where about was 15-14 or drama or
Yeah.
anything like that. There was just somebody going on a huge roll,
Yeah.
and the other fencer not being able to stop them. And as much as I love watching these blowout matches, I really love, especially for the live stream, some confrontation, some intense fight that's happening. And obviously,
Mhm.
we saw that for a moment of the Martina Favaretto and Jakubowska bout, but
Yeah.
still, it was so slow and drawn out that it was
Yeah.
more of a mental battle.
Yeah, the closest we got was Chupanich and Onyx, right? Anon.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a great one, and what a wonderful comeback. That was such a fun run. Does anyone in the chat have anything to say? We see there are about 20 of y'all hanging out with us right now. For those of you that did get to watch the semis, what were some favorite moments that you had? I really liked the Chupanich end of first period when he couldn't finish and he really wanted to end the match,
Yeah,
and you just saw Anand stay in there and get a bunch of touches. Like it was
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 touches while Chupanich is just trying to finish the match.
and trying to find that last moment, bro. That's
Yeah.
always a fun thing to watch someone try to go through because you know the position yourself, bro.
Yeah.
You've always been there when it's like, oh, touch. Oh, damn it, I need one more. It's
Yeah.
a fun thing to watch from the outside, but I don't
Yeah.
like going through it myself.
Without a doubt. DJ, do you mind unsharing the screen for while we wait? They're not gonna join. All right. So
Have you been in the finals before?
have I been in a
Yeah,
World
yeah.
Cup finals? I've
Not
not.
a World Cup finals, but
I was
a
in a
NAC
Cadet
finals?
World Championship final. I've been in NAC finals
Yeah.
individually in teams. I've been in NCAA on the stage.
I've
before.
never made a final. That
Local
big.
tournament.
Well, no, local tournament I made a final, but like on a stage like that where you fence the whole day, how do you feel those emotions
I
come
think-
into play?
I think usually when
you
you're in the
focused?
finals, at a certain point, you are focused.
Yeah.
You've had a system that's been working for you all day, and you've
Yeah.
got to warm up and test that system, and it changes for people, right? But if you've been talking to people and enjoying yourself and just getting the jitters out, and you'll keep
Mhm.
doing that. If you just
Yeah.
listen to music, don't talk to anyone. You've been in that flow for the whole day, so
Right.
it's exciting to get to be on the final strip. It's always fun when you
Yeah.
walk out and whoever's still at the tournament that's watching is there looking at you and, choosing to cheer for you or against you.
Yeah.
You get claps or sounds coming from the crowd regardless. And that's just always a really cool energy to have as a venue, as a sport, as an athlete. But outside of that, sometimes it's challenging because the lighting and everything, it starts to change for the finals.
Right.
Because you're not just on a regular strip. Sometimes they turn off the lights, you have a bright light in your face,
Right.
and you're just being told to keep fencing, right?
Uh-huh.
Or,
You can see more. You see more people. It's distracting. So it's a really cool new problem set to deal with as an athlete.
Right.
And I think that it's always the most fun because even if it doesn't go your way, you still were part of the show. So that's why I hate
Right.
watching blowouts in the finals and semifinals because it's not a show. And that's it sucks because that's not complimenting the fencer that's doing the destroying enough.
Right.
But as a spectator, you just want to see, like, at a certain point, a 43-6 football game gets boring, right?
Mhm.
Even if it's great for your fantasy team, great for your betting people, like, it's just not what you want to watch as a spectator. So there are just multiple angles here. So what do we have? Malcolm McShane, 9107. How did the Bryce Anand match go? I saw it was close, but I missed it. Yeah, so we also didn't get to see it. We got to see Bryce fence against Chung Kalong, and that was a really exciting match, Malcolm. We saw Bryce really just turn the jets on, and he just was forcing some type of altercation every moment, and it was exciting. So we couldn't
Constant
watch the
pressure.
end of the bout, sadly, because of technical issues on the stream and in the competition. So we ended that at 12-9.
Yeah, I imagine that bout. I was just gonna forecast Rice going forward, creating havoc, and then Anand adjusting however he did. But Anand was really good. At first, when that Chupanich bout was warming up, maybe he looked a little hesitant. When he gets in his flow, man, he looked. I'm officially put on, man. There's that French style where they don't look too athletic. Like there's Enzo Lafort, and then there's the rest of the French.
Yeah, but they're so strong. Like
spoilers that I've
Pouty,
seen.
they
Pouty.
like this strength in their
Bro,
legs and
yes.
core, and they're so stable on their feet.
Anand reminded me a lot of Pouty watching
you
those
said
actions. Sometimes they can look big. They don't look like these perfect, refined, great flicks, but they're imposing.
Yeah, no,
and they work.
It was really cool to see, and watching him change the angle of his final action as Chupanich was, closing in. So I think Bryce most likely was trying to create that havoc, and most likely, I'd say, just got beat on footwork. Probably.
Yeah.
If I had to imagine, but who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? We have to go and rewatch.
How are you feeling watching foil? Right
He got Chung. Yes, Malcolm McShane 9107. The current #1 top fan in the chat. Let's go,
Malcolm.
You should watch that one, but again, if you're able to find a good stream of it, let us know. On Fencing TV, we ran into some serious technical difficulties, and they just stopped the bout at a certain point. It was on strip 7. It got to the point where it was 10-9 Bryce, and then it just stopped working. A lot of standing around waiting, and then they just killed the stream.
Yeah.
But he did get Chung Kalong. It was a great showing. Even just that first period of the bout was really awesome from Bryce. But how do I feel watching foil? I watched foil quite a bit. I think commentating on it was definitely a bit nerve-wracking for Stephen and myself because we are not foil fencers, and there's almost this sensation of fear or imposter syndrome from Stephen and I just getting in here and talking about something that we are not the resident experts on. There's a fear of distrust from the community or sounding silly or saying something dumb. But honestly, no, I'm not that afraid of it. I was kind of talking on your behalf, but ultimately,
you're wrong. I wasn't afraid of this at all.
I'm having a lot of fun.
You gotta listen. If you're in a situation where you're underqualified, but you're in that situation anyway, you just gotta own it. Don't be afraid.
Stephen, what are we drinking here?
This is iced espresso.
Copper mug coffee, iced espresso. Fun fact, fans, friends, fans, people watching with us. I just got into coffee as a 29-year-old.
Wow.
Took me until post college.
Ari doesn't have the delayed gratification response enough. I've never seen him not just slam a drink. Like he has never taken a sip in front of me.
I love it. And I appreciate you guys putting yourself out there, even if you are a little bit afraid, because I think what the community really needs is people just having fun watching it.
Yeah.
And just enjoying watching it for watching it.
I just have
real quick as coffee drinkers.
Okay.
Are coffee stains easy to get out?
No
idea.
I mean, I would get like a Tide Pod.
I'm gonna add a little character to your.
No. Well, here we go.
Bro, you're
This is
good,
bound to
dude.
happen eventually. Yeah, no, it's true. Just having fun watching fencing is really important. And
Yeah, man.
I think regular people can enjoy it. It's just about
Exactly.
understanding the rules. I think foil and saber do make that harder. I hate to continuously harp on that, but just there is no solution to getting a spectator who doesn't know about that to fully understand it.
Yeah.
And I think it sucks because they're so fun to play, right?
Yeah.
You guys do it all the time, and it's really fun to watch because the actions look cool. But I do think that, speaking of, making fencing more mainstream, World Fencing League, I think, is probably going to be challenged because they're including all the weapons in the same event.
Yeah.
For
Ooh.
spectators, it's just so hard to.
What's the exact format of what they're doing?
Mixed teams. So you have
Oh.
2 teams with 6 people, 3 men, 3 women, 1 in each weapon. Doing some sort of team match format.
Oh, interesting. But all 3 weapons, 3 men,
Yeah.
3 women, all 3 weapons.
Yep. So there's 6 legs in a team in a
Hmm.
match.
And you said 3 teams?
2 teams.
2 teams.
2 teams.
Okay, going
Cool.
against each other. Nice.
How does Ari like his coffee? I don't know. The coffee flavored. Or are you asking if I liked it? I do like it, Malcolm. But
Bro, now that I'm thinking about World Fencing League, though.
also, for the record, those of you just joining us, we are just waiting for the finals to start. Then we will share our screen and we will be watching fencing together. The Mora Chupanich bout final of the Cairo Men's Foil World Cup is coming soon. But for now, we're just recapping. We got a question from Saber Foil or Epee? Epee. So for every person here, DJ's asking when the first time we picked up any fencing weapon was. And Stephen, you should go first. We'll go from side to side.
2007.
Yeah. What was it like?
It was cool, man. You get a sword, but like I was 7. Yeah. It's kind of it's a cool thing, because doing it as a kid, you play with the plastic swords and lightsabers and all that stuff. It's like, oh, this is like made for hitting people.
Yeah.
Like you can control it a little better, right? There's like an actual engineering behind it, right? It's not super advanced or anything, but you're like, this is
For me, I
at a
was.
fencing class. Yeah.
You never listened to Steven's episode, did you?
You were there when it was recorded.
Anyways, basically, the first time for me, I was actually at a fencing club that my really good friend Anton's stepfather, Andre, owns. And I just was hanging out with Anton, and then he had fencing practice. So I came to the club, and they were getting suited up for fencing. And I just walked around and was picking up the swords, and it was really cool. And I was waving it around like a kid does, and I got yelled at because, as you guys know, you should not be doing that as a fencer. It's a flight risk for people's eyes to be just like flailing the weapon around, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But it was really cool, similar to Steven, just picking up, I think it was a foil, and just the grip is not at all what you think it would look like. As a person who's interacted with a lot of non-fencers and shown them fencing stuff, I feel like when they first pick up a fencing blade, they all say, oh, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And they're not really sure. And that was sort of it for me, just having this, similar to Steven, realization that this is a whole thing that's been built out. Like, this is meant for sword fighting. That was cool. How about y'all?
My origin story, it was 2006. I think I was 8 years old. I don't know if I personally expressed any explicit interest in I really want to try fencing. But one of my buddies from 3rd grade, 4th grade, his mom had signed him up for summer camp at Rain City Fencing Center, and so my parents caught wind of that and they said, "Oh, you want to do this for a week?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." And then a week before I was supposed to do the camp, my buddy Michael, he broke his arm, and so he never did the camp. But apparently I had enough fun during that first week of summer camp that I don't think I actually did it. I didn't fence again, or I didn't go to the club or anything again until the following summer. I did basically the same camp, and then that fall I started taking classes and lessons. So I just remember the first 3 days of camp, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you didn't get to try any electric stuff on. It was all just dry. and just like the excitement of like being able to plug everything in for the first time, being like, yeah, like now we actually get to like get the full fencing
Yeah.
experience. That was just like super cool. I've got some old photos from
That's
like
awesome.
that very first week of a fencing experience for me. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was actually very similar. I started in a summer camp.
Yeah.
And at the end of that week, you got to actually fence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And getting to fence was so cool because every kid didn't have that, understanding of instant gratification versus delayed gratification. So we all wanted to fence day one. They said, you're not ready.
Yeah.
You literally, you have to pass the first levels of understanding to get to that point. So it was like gift. You are taught from a very early age in that type of system that fencing itself is a privilege. And it's something we forget as you fence more, as you do a sport more, you forget that actually playing the game itself is a privilege because so many people don't want to do the other things, the fundamentals, the training.
Well, I remember there was a coach that I worked with when I was young, and he was
paper towels. I'll be right back. Keep going.
He was a former Olympic coach, like really represented that like old school fencing. I talked about him, Serge Asadorian, the guy who gave me my first lesson. But he was like real old school. Like he would hit me, but he was like yeah, first 6 months. Like really, it should be the first year you don't touch a blade.
Yeah.
It's
like
just footwork, right?
Like,
And
like
it's
sushi
just
chef
learning.
style.
Yeah, literally. Like you don't pick up a blade. He's like, okay, like America, like they're paying for the classes. You got to keep the kids entertained. We can wait 6 months. And it's like, no, dude, you got to give them the swords today. Otherwise, they're not coming back because they're like paying for this.
That's an unfortunate thing because the delayed gratification, I will say, when I first started, made it like, oh crap, like this is fencing. And then I got hooked on that. Like I got hooked on just trying to win those. But I think the delayed gratification is the right way to learn. But now in this day and age, you got to throw people straight into it.
Yeah. What age did you start, Nick?
I started in 7th grade.
Oh wow,
so kind of late, honestly, for the scene. But it was just one of those things where once I started actually doing the fencing, and it wasn't dry anymore, I was like, I gotta win.
Yeah.
Like, and then I just got a little like toxically competitive. Yo, I have a crazy thought though. I'm thinking about with the World Fencing League.
What's that?
So like, what if they actually start making like legit teams? Like there's like franchises in a way, right?
Yeah.
Which is ultimately what they want to do. Yo, imagine being a fencing GM, like trading, signing players, right?
Where's the fencing equivalent of a money ball?
Yo, for real, because then you start putting like different styles together and different weapons. Like it's interesting how like tactically over time, that can like change how you would like build your team. I don't know.
Okay, we're getting the final going here.
Oh, word.
Ari's
let's
nowhere to
go.
be found.
How many parry fours did he take?
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
for
there
real.
is a real total like desert in terms of stats for fencing.
Oh yeah.
There's
No,
some
definitely.
untapped
People
potential.
are trying,
Yeah.
but it's just not. It's so hard. Like even watching this, we're all very experienced fencers, and like the terminology that we all use is different, and like it's so vast, and like it's hard to see where people finish, and like one touch could have happened in one of those semifinals.
Right.
And you could have had 4 different answers. Like if you just stopped the video there and asked 4 of us what happened, you could get 4 different answers. Right?
No, it seems like such a blurry line right now in how you'd approach that aspect of the game, which is why I'm so like curious as to what that would actually look like. You know, because then you get someone that's not even associated with fencing, right? That's happened in like every other sport, football, basketball, anything, and you see how they change the game.
Yeah.
Find a new way.
Okay, here we go. Chupin Ichimura.
Let's go. Thank you for the sound, DJ.
Getting it going. Who you guys got?
I'm gonna stick with Chupinich.
I'm
I would love to see Amora get it done though.
Oh man!
Para post behind the head. There's a chance that this would be Amora's first senior win.
Ever? Really?
I mean, he has the Olympic gold teams.
The way he pushes, man.
He's doing a good job getting into distance on Chupinich, right?
Yeah.
As the shorter fencer.
Yes. Yeah, the onus is on him. Yeah.
That's one thing we have to that until the end of the bout is getting that control over the distance and being able to get in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how you value zone championships for stage 3, his best result ever. He has a silver from zonals from
Oh, really?
2024, 1 Grand Prix bronze, and World Cup bronze individually.
That's insane.
So this would be his first win ever.
He's such a name in the
Yeah.
sport. I expected
Yeah.
him to have.
Well,
a
he was
lot
just
more
so good,
medals.
so young that everybody
Right.
kind of was aware of him.
And already he's doing an excellent job drawing out that counterattack by
Get back in here, Ari.
Oh, were you saying that about him? No?
Chupa. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that about Chupa.
Oh no, I think
swear Chupa has more medals
I
than
think
that.
no. Yeah.
Oh, what a flick. Dude, how people are able to hit that in such tight distances is beyond me, man. People can flick from like right here, you know?
Yeah. Have we talked to Malcolm McShane yet about his foil? Malcolm only started in foil a few years ago, but believes he's in foil because his coach once had 2 other students named Malcolm. And he's stubborn at giving up on things that he enjoys, even if he's sad.
Why is it not pay repost for Chupa?
Because
no.
Imura was eating at the same time.
Got it. Okay.
And right now, Imura's attack is just looking so fluid.
Mora's just been stalked on his feet all day. Also great distance control. Malcolm, well, if you ever do give up on foil, Epee will gladly welcome you. We do it all the time.
The island of misfit toys, man.
Imura has beautiful fencing.
Yeah.
He really does.
I think I prefer him in this matchup just because the shorter guy always has to work so much harder for the touch.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't make it easy for the taller fencer, but it does just physically you have to work harder as a shorter fencer.
I like the tempo change Mora's made from the semi.
That was nice. He got the blade.
I don't know what
What's the argument
Yeah.
from left here, guys? What as foil?
I'm not on his side.
All right.
Look like Farrah post.
Yeah, I think he was trying to say Malpare, but
Tough to see with
And
the lights.
and Malpare is when you take a parry, but you get hit before you fully take the parry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you get hit and then you push it through.
yeah.
All right. So that's definitely not what happened. It looks like it was ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure the ref called it attack no, too. I think she called.
Give some love to the Japanese mask. I think
Yeah.
it
Oh.
was so cool.
It is.
I mean, the
one of
old one was
coolest-
really cool too.
Yeah. The mask is cool. I think the Hungarian mask
Oh, yeah, it's a
is
good one.
undefeated. I hate to say this, guys. Russian mask look cool.
It does look sharp.
The red, white, and blue, and Ukrainian
The
mask.
French ones
cool.
look better though. Something about the order.
Yeah, probably. French looks better. I think the US US mask.
Oh, and they're calling him stopping. He was
That's
doing a little
rough.
stop.
He was, but I think that Imur went out and he came in again.
Yeah.
That's so rough because that would be his, if he loses, that would be his. Can you call video once already?
It's a 3-point difference versus a 5-point difference
Yeah.
here. This is huge.
It's true. These swing touches are so important because it's a 2-point swing.
Yeah.
And that's a critical thing in a bout where you want to have that buffer. We've seen it. That's been the success story of every single bout we've watched so far in this semifinals and finals stream, is that the person that got that big buffer early won out. I don't think we've seen a single person who didn't have the lead win out.
Okay, so Chupa's just out of videos.
Wow.
Let's see if he can collect himself.
Halfway through the first period,
Yeah.
out of videos.
That one, I don't know if you thought about it, but I don't know if I agree with that one. It's more top left. Oh, yeah.
That's a finish.
That was good. I mean, Imura, he also mid-attack starting to search for the blade. Like, you got to finish once you start, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he is fast enough to still have gotten a light on, but you don't parry mid-attack.
Well, that's the thing with Four and Saber, too, is that off the line touch and battle right there, you know?
Oh, this is control.
Now, Imura,
Mora's winning my
yeah,
heart, man.
Imura Kazuki doing a much better job than his teammate, Sarah Azuma, in
fencing the taller fencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And showing no. Yeah.
No, that's a thing. That's a real thing because sometimes you can hit it lightly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
There was definitely some frustration in there too. Like there was some emotion behind that.
Oh yeah, there's no question. He's not stoic on the Swift. Like, he shows his emotion. I mean, everybody has their own.
Yeah.
Part of why people love him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
love seeing that. Zohaib Manan.
Hey,
Alex. All
my
right.
boy.
Cheering for Alex, but cheering for
Wait, what did he say?
Izubi. He said, "Let's go, Alex." He's cheering for Chupanich. He's cheering for you. Malcolm McShane attacking prep calls in foil are like Pennsylvania elections, constantly swinging. That is funny. That is true. Oh,
And one.
Come on now.
Literally, and one. That was.
Oh, we gotta
beautiful.
count that. We gotta count that.
Refs don't want to let the boys play.
Oh.
This ball don't lie type of action, though. He knows.
That's going on in the highlight reel.
Yeah, absolutely. I want him to try again.
Bro, he's just feeling
Too much sauce. You can get lost in the sauce. It happens. It happens. If I'm Imura, I want to finish it this period.
really.
Everything's Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's a fencer. Like Chupanich, I don't know, but Imura would be good in that day. I mean, Chupanich
Probably not.
and one. I'm keeping that one. All right. Malcolm McShane liked your and one.
Bro, Imora is so
Jack
deceptive.
Griffith. 7353.
Covered
Alex is
and-
getting smothered right now. It's true. He is a Colorado Southwestern breakfast burrito covered in green hatch chili right now. Slicer Saber, love a foil flesh. Thanks for joining the stream. We got 25 with us now.
What's up? What's up?
Malcolm McShane, yo, Slicer Saber.
Oh, here we go. Here we
We're
go.
missing some of the bout, but we got to give love to Slicer Saber, fencing online legend here, and showing us some love joining the stream. Thank you for joining from the UK. Chupanich showing off the fact that he is a great fencer, staying in the fight. Okay.
Imora's got
You
to
think they're
keep
going
finding
to-
variety on that attack.
Yeah.
Just keep mixing it up with new things. But Chupanich is alive and well right now.
That hurts. Dude, he's got it twice. Those are.
And that was completely different because I think he went on blade versus because
Oh, that wasn't a remise?
I have to
He
say.
had his
Yeah.
arm back, but
Yeah.
he did find the blade.
Yeah.
Fencing guy 297. Love the reaction from the epee guys to a flesh and foil because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
It has to be so much more successful in foil.
beautiful in 2 out of 3 weapons.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, but a foil flesh is so exciting to watch because in order for it to hit, it has to be executed perfectly.
Yeah.
In epee, you have a lot of flushes that can be salvaged because a lot of the points in epee are actually scored on the remise side. Like it wouldn't count in foil. So in foil, to score not only a flesh but a single light flesh is it's really
Yeah.
cool.
You have to do-
And
yeah.
In a
you're
narrow
watching
target.
Imura Kazuki at. We did a height analysis on women's epee. Let's do Imura Kazuki height. I think it's hilarious that they have this.
5'6".
5'6", and Alexander Chupanich.
Gotta be at least 6'5".
Chupanich
My
height
prediction.
is
6'5".
6'5", so
Yeah.
another 11-inch
Full foot,
height
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see. It's just like watching Koki Kano in men's epee flush against Yannick Barreau.
Yeah.
And it's like when you get the right timing, the height no longer matters, and it just fluid. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Imura is so fast without looking like he's moving fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Slow is smooth, smooth is
Yeah.
fast, baby. And he's got that smoothness. to him.
Here we go, though. I want to see Chupanich make a little run here.
Definitely want to see a close match.
Let's spice it up.
Want to get our
Oh,
money's worth.
here he comes.
Yeah, I paid
On the
for
prep.
these tickets.
Chupanich opting not to push him there.
Yeah, but
No guarantee that he gets that call though, because
Yeah.
Emerzon plays well.
yeah, I know. But he
Yeah, didn't have
That's
much
what he was trying to set up.
options.
There he goes.
well, one thing that we've seen not be successful. Not be as successful for Chupa in this bout. I think did a great job of last bout. His counterattack game is totally shut down.
Yeah.
Like we're seeing him.
Nice.
Yeah, because Chupinich went back.
I thought
Still on the body line bridge.
Yeah. Even when the hand went forward, the body went back.
Here we go.
we
Come
go.
on,
man,
Chup.
he's still in the
Come
fight.
on.
That is
Chup is definitely going out on his actions, though, which I like.
A game that he was using in the semifinal and probably some of the other bouts his distance control is actually inferior in this bout to Imura, and that just makes
Which
it
is
so hard
wild.
because he did such
Yeah.
a good job. I mean, and he does
And that's
that
what
video.
happens. And that's what happens when you burn your videos.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That looks very cut and dry for the last.
It was the area
The
of the
referee
blade,
doesn't
though,
even
right?
want to go check. The
Yeah.
referee doesn't even want to go check.
Wow.
It's interesting. Is that a pride thing as a referee not to go check yourself?
Well,
Got to be a little bit,
'Cause
right?
there's no way that was a surefire touch right. If I'm the referee, I know for a fact that I want to see that again.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
I
should
think this
keep
is
an
a
open
pride
mind.
thing. This is like a you use your videos and I'm now if I go, you win
Yeah.
Right.
type of thing. And
Right.
there's that tension between the referees and the fencers that isn't talked about very often.
In terms of them feeling the need to keep order.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of sad for the sport in a sense because that shouldn't be the case. It should be objective. It should just make sense as to who gets the point. Because especially here, no one's actually dying. You're not drawing blood, so you have to have something that people can fall back on that is objective.
No doubt. And it's important to know as a referee that emotions for fences are always going to be there.
Yeah, of course. You're in fight or flight when you're on the spit.
Go halt.
Why? There's
What,
no
are they gonna
reason to
give him the
call
card?
halt there other than she wanted to. You either call halt for turning your back.
He did turn.
Oh,
He
I
did
think
turn.
she's
Oh, she gave him the card. She gave me emotional. Game over.
If Chup can just find the timing on a direct attack,
I think
Oh, there you go.
he's right in there.
Points for looking the future.
He's got to just keep doing that.
I
Push him
think
to the
Max
end of the
will
strip and find a direct attack.
I don't think the score's
I think Matt's Heinz.
And then you can create actions off the direct attack.
Commentary battle
Yeah.
there. Not able to put his point on the target, but Ivanovic still has an idea. And again, it's better than the counterattacking game. Two attacks.
He's raised the intensity. He's doing
Yeah.
more, which is what you have to do in these situations. Like, you got to just leave it all out.
Yeah, and I like how he's prepping forward with the blade, making his feet smaller. Like that's you got to use that. It's interesting to see him come to that conclusion here.
Come on, Chup.
Wow.
Woo!
That was exciting. Some highlight reel touches during this attempted comeback
That was
here.
really the biggest trap in the second.
Murray's starting to go.
That's it. There you go. Another his first senior
That's dope. That's
individual
dope.
gold medal.
That's
Gold medal?
That's
Wow,
so
it's
dope.
probably not the last from the composure that he showed today and the level of fencing that he brought to this out. Not just the fencing, but also some other very strong fencers with a win against our very own good friend Nick Dixon. Sorry for the L, Nick, on a great semifinals. Love seeing Nick on the podium. But he beat Savin from France, another strong fencer. He beat Guillaume Bianchi, world number 1, 15-8 in the round of 16. He beat Russian fencer Valery Kornilov 15-4 in the 32, and a Chilean fencer David Alarcon on a black card.
Wrong guy.
Bro, he
Oh,
was
just
on
kidding.
a
That was
heater.
Bianchi. Where's Imura? We lost him.
Oh, he started with a
He beat
teammate. Yeah.
Matsuyama
another Olympic gold medalist, Japanese fencer, and a Chinese fencer. Just kidding. He did not beat Kimura. But still, Imura, pretty dominant day all the way through.
No doubt.
With Chupinich scoring 10, that was the most all day.
Yeah.
Wow. I have a feeling that the way we saw the shorter person control here, I have a feeling we're going to get to see some of that in the last final of this tournament.
Yeah.
In Favoretto, Bettini. I know that Bettini did a wonderful job in the semifinals, but I love the way that these two shorter fencers in our finals control the distance.
Yeah.
They use their small steps so fluidly that they can close in or break distance at any moment, and just makes it so hard. Even though these strong fencers are good at controlling as well, I find that these two smaller fencers are high ranked for a reason. That's because they control better.
The interesting dynamic here is the teammate.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly where I was going with it
where
too.
they're familiar with each other. There's things they know what they can do against one another. They know how they can adjust against what that person's going to do. They know the adjustment. Like, you've seen this pattern. Like they've trained together presumably enough times to understand how things are going to shift out. So it's really just who's going to feel it better in that moment.
Yeah.
Right. Who's going to execute better, and that's generally, I think, how these team matches go. Right? It's who's hot on that day, who's feeling it that day, and who can press that advantage and get the bout done.
Yeah, they know everything about each other's fencing at this point. Man.
Yeah,
They've each beaten each other a good amount of
And
times.
they've competed on the same team, so
Yeah.
they've coached each other probably.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much depth that happens in these teammate bouts. Slicer Saber in the chat, will you guys stream the WFL? Not from Theorist Studios in New York City, Stephen and I. So there's a tiny bit of tension for the U.S. fencing community with WFL right now, not in the grand scheme of things, but they did plan their debut event during the U.S. National Championship for fencing. So not many top fencers will be at the WFL from the U.S. That being said, we will try to get a stream going if we can. Stephen will not be there, but we will. Stephen will be at a wedding of our friend Saturday night. But oh, that's Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, so then maybe Saturday. Do you leave Saturday?
No, at least Sunday morning.
So maybe we'll be able to stream some WFL, some DIY WFL streaming from Richmond, Virginia. TBD, Slicer Saber. We will chat with you too about that. I'm not really sure where we would stream it from or any information there, but we'll do our best. You know, if we could stream WFL, that would be a wonderful thing for fencing to get some commentary on a new venture in the sport.
And Fencing Guy 297, thank you so much. We really appreciate the shout out there. We'll try and keep it up. We got a compliment on our commentary.
Yeah, they
Let's
said our
go.
collective commentary makes fencing exciting.
Let's go.
Love to hear
This
that.
would not be possible without our special guests, Eric Zobel and Nick Prince, who are making some time to just talk fencing, watch fencing, and enjoy this semifinal and finals at the highest level on a Saturday morning, now encroaching on a Saturday afternoon. you guys, thank you for making time for this. What else do you have planned for the day? What did you make? What did you push to make room for this?
I just gotta take care of my dog, man. Take care of my dog.
Always take care of your dogs.
Yes, sir.
Who, Ryan?
No,
Oh.
he's in Budapest.
Yeah, I know. He lost today, sadly.
Oh.
So, yeah, so you got to take
Was
care
it a
of him.
close bout?
He did lose a close one, 15-12 to Korean fencer. A Korean. Do you want me to tell you? All right. Ryan Griffiths, you're getting talked about.
Ryan Griffiths.
He lost to Yonho Nam, who did make day two. He beat Ole Peterson, Ryan Griffiths, and Matus and Tikewicz. That's a strong path. Good wins from Mannion. Sean won his first DE against Mateo Wicht, who beat him in pools. He got revenge, and then he lost to Rubesh in the P128. And then Rubesh beat Nick Candela, another American, and then Yatsik to make day two. Yeah, we had
did not want to lose to Americans.
no. He got revenge because of Steven. Steven did this, and then Oleg Knish beat Chiaslik, and then lost to Jan Sich, 15-13, and then Simon lost to Nathaniel Cohen from Hungary. And who else did we have out there? We had Justin made day two, and Nathaniel Wimmer beat the top Mahamadou. Mamadou's not delivering your Uber Eats in New York City. He is fencing Nathaniel Wimmer in Budapest. And then Nathaniel Wimmer lost to Jesus Lamardo, 12-11. Tough.
But back to our women's foil here. We're waiting on the finals to start. We got about 7 minutes till they start. Martina Favoretto and another Martino Bettini. Could be excited. Zohad Manan, 9974. Short fencers up.
Yeah.
Love
Flushers
Eric
up for
and
real,
Nick.
yeah.
Hey, you don't get to talk on this.
No, up for real on that last bout. That was yo. You more
No,
represented.
Zohaib
right
and I
there.
know this life. This is a lifelong thing for us.
Zohad Manan, an NYU fencer and other former New York Brooklyn Bridge Fencing Club teammate of yours,
Yep.
right, Nick?
And Eric.
And, yeah.
Oh, you were BBFC
I was
when you came
BBFC,
to
yeah,
college?
yeah.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, we just got a whole reunion.
Shout out
No
Zohaib.
doubt.
Zohaib,
Zohaib.
shout out.
You still got those calves, Zohaib? Zohaib had the most insane calves.
Really?
bro.
I remember
Yeah.
being a skinny guy, like just giant calves
Oh,
or
yeah.
shredded calves.
Shredded calves.
I don't
for
think I
sure.
noticed that, but
Not to put you on blast like that, Zohaib.
All right. We are just waiting here for the women's foil finals, our final bout of the day.
Who do you got?
I want to see Bettini win. I like that last bout, man. The creativity you were talking about. I'll take a bet with someone right now.
you want to predict the score?
Oh, I'll say.
Yeah, let's
let's
do
say
scores, let's do
Bettini
scores.
15-14.
Oh,
That's what I want to
okay.
see something.
I
I
would
want to see
love
something
to see
special.
15-14. DJ's just jonesing for 15-14. He needs excitement. DJ hates blowouts. Unless it's Theorist Studios blowing out the competition,
That's a given.
which we are. They still shredded from Zohaib.
Let's go.
Hey.
That's just genetics, man.
Are you allowed to send pictures in the chat? Grapes Gang 2. Eric and Nick, NYC legends.
Yo.
That's some love from the chat. Thank you. And Malcolm McShane, 9107, a #1 fan of the day in this chat. Kind of
Yo,
curious, how
Malcolm.
many fencing clubs do we have in the Brooklyn, New York area? That is a great question. Let's just go to Google because
Yeah.
that's a really hard one to answer off the top of our heads. I know for a fact. Let's see what Google says. Fencing club. Okay. So we have just in Manhattan. Let's start at the top of the island. We got Tim Morehouse with a lot more locations than I realized. Tim Morehouse Fencing Club with 3 locations in Midtown or higher. That's 3. Sheridan Fencing Academy in Manhattan is 4.
3 or is that 1?
No, that's 3 locations. That's 3 different clubs. It's just one big. I would count that as 3 because if you're just a random consumer, that's 3 different options.
Yeah, that's fair.
So 3.
That's like saying.
Okay, fine. That's
McDonald's,
true.
like,
That's
three
true.
different restaurants.
Okay. 1. Sheridan. 2. Then you have Manhattan Fencing. 3. Fencers Club. 4.
New York Athletic Club's not going to show up.
New York Athletic Club. 5. And I think that's it
You got
for.
Empire.
Empire. So 6.
Yeah.
And then in Brooklyn we have NYFA. 7. Brooklyn Fencing Center. 8. Woodside Fencing Center. 9. Future Stars Fencing and Sports Center. 10. South Brooklyn Fencing Club. 11. Farilo
shout out to
Fencing
South
Club.
Yeah, shout out South
Fencing.
Brooklyn.
Park Slope.
We should
Yep.
fence there.
Yeah.
one time. They're
12.
Have you-
fun,
I've
bro.
still
Brooklyn
never been.
Fencing
Oh,
Center. 13. Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
14.
That's another place we need to go to. I need,
There's a bunch
Well,
on
I mean,
Long Island.
Only
There's
Coach is
a
good buddy of mine.
yeah. There's so many.
yeah.
Allegro.
So I hear-
there are
hear
a lot of options
about it a
here.
lot.
All right, guys. So Malcolm McShane, there are a lot more options than any other city, probably in the world, for fencing clubs in New York City. Like just the number that I'm seeing here, and we didn't even touch the Jersey side. You have
Oh yeah.
right on the other side of that river. You have Orange. In Orange, you have Polaris Fencing
I mean,
Center.
Cobra's right there.
You have Cobra right
Cobra.
across the river. You got Medeo Fencing. You have Arena Fencing. You have Elite Fencing Club. You have what?
You know
Where do you
that?
want to go fencing?
I would love to, but I have to do some stuff. So you and I are training tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe we should
I'm
fence
going to go
today.
train after this.
What would it?
Yo, that's
Definitely
a
not
great
this.
question.
Yeah.
Definitely not this. So yeah, what is your preferred act for entertainment? Just for the people watching now or the people in the stands. First of all, this camera is tilted, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Second of all, If you're at a fencing tournament, what would you like to see? I think magic would be cool. You have a magician just come out and do some crazy, like America's Got Talent type stuff where you engage the whole crowd.
I like animal.
We need to do like a, we need
Like
to do
an
like a mascot
elephant?
race.
Yeah, or like
Oh,
a
Mascot race
race.
around the.
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
a tournament in
mascot race.
Heidenheim, Germany, where they have these mascots.
Oh, really?
And they do funny stuff. They wouldn't let me. I tried to put on the costume one time, and they wouldn't give it up. And I think having a fencer, that would be cool. A fencer getting involved, or having just like interviews and having the screen go to interviews.
Yeah, that would
You
be great.
interview
That'd be
players from the competition and from the day, asking them how it went, and you just get them involved. Sometimes
In
they have
Kazakhstan, they made a lot of promotional videos.
yeah, they made a lot of promotional videos. That was cool.
They got some advertisers involved. Like, there's like a scoot company, and it kept cutting back and forth between these two Kazakh guys fencing in suits and then like flashing in gear.
It was cool.
It made a really cool. Like,
It was just an ad. They were using the ad space, and it was no, but
well,
it
I'm
was
just
still
saying it's better
entertaining.
than sitting in a sandy arena in Cairo. with
Stevens
nothing
competed
going
in
on.
this venue. Steven
There's
really has
sand
bad
in this
things to say.
venue.
I heard there were
Oh, that's
birds
wild.
in the venue.
There are cats. There
Yeah.
are cats in the. I mean, maybe not today.
Well,
4 years ago, there were cats in the venue.
Brian Kanashige was telling a story the other day about how when he fenced his team event in Cairo 10 plus years ago, they had him fence the finals outside near the pyramids. And it was like they were just like sand would just blow on the strip.
Yeah, like if you walk around, sorry, it's a massive arena, and if you walk around in the seats, they're like dusty from just sand
Yeah.
coming into the
Wow.
venue. And Justin, you likes to tell this story where if you near the end, one of the entrances to this, they were sweeping sand into the venue, so it looked nice when you were walking in.
No way.
But he was like, yeah, they were sweeping sand from outside to inside, so it
Interesting.
looked nicer from the outside.
Grapes Gang 2, staying anonymous here. Cairo venue has literal rooms full of trash in it. That's really funny.
I mean, I would hope so.
This is just the underbelly of international fencing because we're not a professional sport yet. There's that sense of professionalism just isn't met by a lot of the hosting organizations.
Justin, you had a great text message at like 3 in the morning, whatever time it was in Budapest. It was like, nothing like shitting in the dark in a European.
Well, 3 in the
stadium.
morning for us. Yeah, but it's true, and it's like the adverse conditions that the top athletes in the world face for these events. That's what makes me excited about events like World Fencing League, because at the very least they're trying to push the bar, elevate it. Don't be mean to the referees. Were we being mean to the referees, Slicer Saber?
You had a little contention there, Ari, for a second.
With what?
The last referee.
Oh, that's such a late comment. If that's what you're commenting on, Slicer Saber, respect to the legend, but maybe he was watching the stream back and just didn't like that. I think that the referee just could, sometimes the referees are placed in this situation where, like Eric said, they have to control the chaos and
Full of trash.
rooms full of trash. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, Slicer with a good punchline. Honestly, ouch. That's funny. That's funny. But it just speaks to the lack of the level of professionalism that we have in fencing for the time being, where the organizing bodies don't need to treat it more professionally because they don't have spectators coming in. They don't have people coming in, putting their money on the line to go get entertained by fencing. So, really, they just need a venue. The international competitions that we fenced for a long time have you're fencing on a basketball court.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The best athletes in the world at this thing come together and duke it out on a basketball court.
Yeah, I know. Your like intrinsic motivation for the moment is a lot different when you're in that setting. It comes from a different place, or at least you have to tap into a different place.
And that's why the NCAA championships gets more love than I think they necessarily need to or would if the situation was different for the sport. But NCAA fencing championships, the way that the finals are managed, it's more professional.
Yeah.
It's on ESPN3. You have commentators. You have a room full of people cheering. You have bleachers, and the final strip is maintained really nicely. Nicer than this. They have a wide stage there at the NCAA championships. Yeah, it's great. And the NCAA championship has about 200 roughly, including all family members and everything. I would say.
No, I think it adds up quicker than that.
Yeah, so it's more than 200 probably.
Yeah,
So
only-
it's a lot of people here. At this point, I say 60 people, 60, 80 people max.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of sitting room, and the camera's tilted right now. And
All
the
this
bout should've
discussion
started
is
3
getting me
minutes ago.
really excited for the World Fencing League. Like the potential of
Yeah,
it,
the
bro.
potential's huge.
I'm reading this book right now about the start of the NFL and how much they struggled at the start of forming that organization, and how everyone, it was a college football world at that point. No one was interested in professional football. They had to beg for people to go to games. And now you look at what the NFL is. If you just focus like team by team of building a different culture, a different atmosphere of whatever you're trying to do with
individual,
it.
whatever it is. And World Fencing League might not be the final league that takes this sport to the big leagues, right? There could be we already know of some other project. We had a project of our own trying to start a league that didn't fully pan out yet, but World Fencing League, and then there are other people that I've spoken to in the last couple months that also have these ideas, and seeing the way the World Fencing League runs it is going to open the door to a lot of other people trying this out, because if one person tries it, it's so unstructured and unpaved that anyone can pave that road in any direction.
Though, I think the public is going to get fencing league fatigue if a bunch of people try this.
Absolutely.
After the WFL.
Absolutely.
Like if the WFL doesn't work, like the next person might iterate on that and like improve things. But I think after 2 or 3 iterations, the public's going to be like,
what the heck's going
still
on?
Isn't like I still don't give a shit.
So
about
this is what I think. I think that if the World Fencing League succeeds, great, and that's the one that pushes through. If not, the next league that will actually take over is the one that starts grassroots. And then gets all the buy-in, and then they bring a crowd, even if it's a niche crowd, they bring that, and then that will just grow organically.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the
think
start
that
of it.
because I think that the public will get fencing league fatigue if this keeps changing and the format keeps changing, and I think that World Fencing League hopefully is going to do well. They're bringing in a lot of technology, but I don't know if they are, again, formatting the event itself in a way that's conducive to getting that buy-in from a bunch of other people. And that could be really risky, because then the more that they iterate on it, I mean, who knows?
I think taser fencing is the only one.
Stephen and
Taser
taser fencing. So if you're
fencing.
one of the 13 people watching right now, sitting on millions of dollars, give it to Stephen. He will not disappoint. Imagine a fencer getting tased every time they lose a touch. Ooh, Favoretto and Bettini coming out. Finally going to get some fencing. We are starting a little bit late, but it's okay. I don't know if you guys have heard of Africa time, but this tournament's definitely not fully on Africa time. We're only 5 minutes late, which is better than some other fencing tournaments that I've been to and seen. So we still haven't started yet.
I like Favoretto, and I like.
I think Favoretto 15-6.
I didn't want to.
God.
15.
Let's go. So basically, you guys think
You got R. You're screwed, man.
Yeah, no. Well, man, I should have made you
I'm going first. Favoretto 15-6. Well, for those of you joining now, we are in the final match of today in the world. No, but the final seriously competitive fencing match in the world today happening is Martina Favoretto.
No, what about Saber?
No, Saber's done for the day.
Oh, really?
Yep. Holy ears for Malcolm McShane. What does that mean? Did I just yell into the mic or something?
Maybe.
Hope your ears are all right. Malcolm
You're good,
McShane,
Malcolm.
9107. Thank you
Check
for
those
contributing
ears.
so much to the chat, though. We love you. Oh, loud announcer.
Oh,
Really?
I guess.
On the stream?
On headphones.
Oh.
Oh, because this. Maybe because we're sharing screen. Wait. Let's just turn it down a little in the actual. No. Do it on the screen that we're sharing. We just can go in there and take the volume. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, Malcolm McShane. Thanks for letting us know. We turned it down a tiny bit.
Just a little bit of head-to-head history here as we get started.
love it.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
not
whip it
fenced,
out.
at least according to FIU.com, they've not fenced since 2023. They each have 1 win apiece. And funny enough, both of those prior bouts were also in Cairo.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Also on the final strip.
I don't think so.
Favaretto with a great counterattack to start us off. She literally
Bettini just needs to finish.
moves at the speed of sound at
Yeah.
the end of that. At the end of that counterattack to close the line, her hand just gets there so quickly.
There's a difference between the way Azuma was moving, which was
Yeah.
just constant pace and speed.
Fairfield?
Favaretto. Oh, let's go, Bettini.
I did not see
missed
that.
it. I
Good
missed it.
eyes,
Yeah, let's
Eric
go, Eric.
Zobel. Good eyes, Eric. I thought it was a counter. I thought it was attack right.
But Favaretto is explosive.
I mean, she's using her small steps a lot better than Azuma was. I think
Yeah.
Azuma was too active, whereas with
Well, there
Bettini,
just seems to be more of an idea of how to finish from
yeah.
Favaretto.
Oh!
Night.
Oh! Bettini's so low key with
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
you know? And
There's
that
a bunch of
sweeping, like,
audio
parry
feedback
six
noise
that
from
she
the
has,
fencing
too.
TV broadcast. Can we mute it, DJ?
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Was there a lot of feedback? Okay. Dang. Sorry to the people watching.
Okay.
Okay.
Martina Favaretto.
She gets the feint
keeping
in
it alive.
around
Again,
the
that low
Uh-huh.
attempted six flag.
She's so good to that low line,
Yeah.
which I'm gaining a new appreciation for in foil. That's my ideal target if I'm fencing foil right now. If
waist.
I would just go there. Yeah, it seems like a very non-conventional place to finish. Is that correct,
Yeah.
foil fencers?
I would say so.
Yeah. Zohaib Manan, announcer's reverb
Oh.
is maxed out. Well, no
Oh.
longer. I think we muted the stream, right, DJ?
Unless one of you are the announcer and you're just getting the audio from every mic at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. But the actual stream itself is
Oh.
sweet.
Yeah, that's right.
Favaretto, awesome finishes.
That stutter step, like you were talking about, Ari, confusing.
Well, you were talking
Bettini.
about it first, Nick.
Oh, thank you.
You said stutter step, and I like the way that you announced it. She does these very, very small steps, like right there. It's like in, out, or sort of.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
You
look
know
at
that
that.
forward game, the
Bettini
out,
can't
out,
do
in.
that, you know,
Yeah.
hit and get away. She's struggling to find that timing on it.
I don't understand
Favaretto's
those kinds of
mixing it
calls.
up.
You know that footwork drill where you go
Yeah,
out, in. That's
Oh.
dang.
the distance control is just like so precise from both of them right now.
It's hilarious because Bettini looks like she's barely moving.
Right.
when she
Yeah.
goes
Right.
back.
So low key.
Oh, miss a parry repost there.
Ah.
That counterattack is
She
crazy.
picked
Yeah.
up the blade, but
Did
she
she-
couldn't finish.
Yeah, but it's because the counterattacking skill that Favaretto has, combined with her ability to finish her deep attacks to the flank, I think, is so hard to deal with.
And you could see some when it's teammates fencing. I feel like you could see some really like interesting.
Oh, she able to get the light on
Oh,
there.
so
Bettini.
nice.
But I feel like you could see some really interesting timed counterattacks because
Yeah.
when teammates fence each other, you like know when someone's paying attention, when
Yeah,
someone's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when you and I fenced at the next, Steven. You were paying full attention. Steven
Let's
was
see the
attentive.
push here from Bettini. Oh,
nice.
What is that?
Favaretto
Just-
gets the blade back.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
That's
Yes.
parry repost?
Yeah, I
Interesting.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, there's
just
a reason
attack.
I'm not a foil, bro.
Or just attack,
Yep.
yeah.
Thank you, Foilist, for helping us out here. Steven and I would have been in the dark without that.
When you see someone turn
Yeah,
like that, though,
yeah.
that's like I'm giving up right away. I'm trying
Got
to
it.
get
That
one
might
leg.
not be something that you guys are noticing though.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I will now. What I'm really noticing is that I think I said 15-6 and it's already 6-5.
You're
She can
underrating,
go- she
but
can go on a run. She can go on a run.
Come on,
Let's see
Favaretto.
it.
Oh,
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Bettini's
Oh.
so low key with it.
Oh.
you know?
no.
Favaretto's doing a really nice job of getting Bettini to fall short.
Absolutely.
And
Well,
then
it's-
the game becomes, can Favaretto pull the trigger at the right distance at the right moment to get the light on? Because you know that the counterattack with the parry
Yeah.
is coming.
Favaretto does such a good job with her invitation. With it's from that stutter step and her ability. What is that? That's attack
We
right.
didn't hear.
no?
We didn't
No,
hear
it's
the
parry
blade.
repost.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice,
All right.
She just lives off that 6 to the shoulder.
bro. And the 6 is like sweeping.
Yeah.
You know.
Same thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I guess you
no,
missed.
Oh,
no,
she didn't
missed.
get the blade.
Good. 15-6.
You're already wrong. Oh wait, no,
No,
she's got to
I'm
get
not
more than
wrong.
6.
Favaretto, prove me right, please.
Bro, I think me and Steven got this.
We got this for sure.
A close Bettini win here.
Oh, time
on,
running
come on,
out.
come on.
Yeah.
Neither fencer
Oh!
carrying. Some
That was a good
action
moment from
regardless.
Favaretto.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That would have been huge if Bettini finished.
Let's go.
Okay. We got
Great
a
first
good bout,
period
a good
here.
bout on our
That was more
hands.
exciting than any of the bouts we watched so far.
Wait, guys. Wait.
And Stevens kicked out of direct elimination.
see ya.
We're auditioning for a new co-host. There is some legal stuff you're gonna have to sign. You're gonna have to take over 50% of this LLC from Steven, but he's definitely out.
I'll sell it to you for $6 or $7 per share.
And
Hmm.
at this point, we're just burning it to the
Vanished.
ground. I quit too.
So already first period, Favaretto has more counterattacks than Azuma could get all
Yeah.
first bout against Bettini. She knows her timing a lot better.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe that's because Azuma was going for the blade,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Like her
Maybe.
whole fencing is like
Yeah.
trying to do that. Whereas Favaretto is going for the touch, and then her hand just like
Yeah.
it's just her fencing more so than Azuma's.
Yeah.
And I think it's stylistically a better matchup for Favaretto. She also does such a good job stopping that attack. Like you said, having her fall short. I think
Yeah,
that comes
no
from
doubt.
a lot of those hard fakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to tell if she's going to continue in.
Yep.
Because not only is she good at that deep attack, she scores a lot of single lights on that.
Mhm.
And that just has to hurt some of the momentum of your opponent. If you know that it's hard to even get your light on,
Oh, super nice.
I missed that
Man.
one.
she just gets in a distance
Just
with those small steps.
Direct attack with just a lunge.
Boom.
How do Italians have such great feel
Oh.
of distance? Yeah, that was
think
the
I
first
agree,
attack.
yeah.
Wait, why is that left?
Just-
Favaretto
Favaretto
came
just kind of
forward
like-
and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then now she's starting.
That's
with
definitely a
just
very
like that.
nuanced call, though.
Yeah.
Tilted camera is giving me nausea.
Keeps going.
Oh,
Not
such
the
a nice
best
finish.
idea
Yeah.
from
Such a nice
Favaretto.
Here we go. Here we
Sorry,
go.
Ari.
I think she was just trying to get out of a situation there rather than creating her own action.
Yeah.
I mean, Favaretto had been successful creating counterattack, and then Bettini just decided to get her arm out
Ooh.
way out front.
I like the change of lines there.
Nice.
And that's that stutter step, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Bettini with the unsuccessful counterattack. Bettini's counterattack is a lot more successful when she's getting out. of
Absolutely.
distance.
Absolutely.
Going in, I've not seen her be super successful there. She's much better at attacking or pair repost. It's cool to see.
Oh, there you go. Low target.
Grapes gang.
Low
Bettini's
target.
hand is so smooth. Finding these lights is
Yep.
pretty exceptional against such a scrappy fencer. It's true.
Yep.
And you love to see it. She is truly a technical expert. And she's able to find sweeping parries. She's able to finish her deep attacks. And it's just so smooth.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh,
that
we wanted
was
it. We
sweet.
wanted
Yo.
it bad.
I'm telling you, Bettini's so low key, and then she'll just burst out,
She's
flicking you
got
on the
this.
back.
I believe in her.
Come on.
Oh, that was so
Oh,
nice.
God.
Maybe the best touch of the bout so
Yeah.
far.
Why is that?
In terms of just like pure deception, of just showing counterattack, getting the fall short, and then just like being in just the right distance to
And
all she has
what
to do
makes
is
that
extend.
so hard?
Because Bettini
Someone
hasn't been
trying to hit you
biting.
with a
She hasn't
sword.
really been
Yeah.
believing the false counterattack, and Favaretto just able to sell it super well.
Look at how her hard fakes in with those, half steps or really small advances.
Oh, wow. She got a light on?
Oh, no,
Is she
that's
saying
not-
line? What is she saying?
I mean, she wants line. I didn't see
They're
it.
not going to
No
give it
way.
to her because she's like,
Yeah, I
you have
thought-
to fully break distance, right?
It's not so much about the distance. It's more so about how many steps the opponent takes before.
it was
they
one
attack.
step.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's
why
just a
neither
straight
one of us
lunge.
thinks it's line.
Okay, good. No, I'm just reinforcing
Yeah.
my confidence as a foil observer.
Yeah, no, I think there's a kind of misconception about, you have to break distance, but it's
Mhm.
really about how long do you have it out relative to how many steps they've come
Okay.
forward.
What about if they
There's
don't take
a
a lot of
ratio.
steps, but you just have it out there for like 3 seconds?
That
and then they
also
take
is
one
probably
step?
good.
Okay.
But
So it's
again,
probably a
it's-
time thing.
It is a bit of a time thing, yeah.
Come
And
on,
Favaretto has been finding.
Oh my gosh, that
Oh,
man.
so nice.
Ah,
So
Oh,
nice.
just-
man,
I'm just
man.
imagining her not wearing a Leon Paul mask and seeing how it would look, and it's just 10x prettier. She's a very, very good fencer, and I love the tempo change as she
Mhm.
closes
Yeah.
in is awesome.
Patini's not
Oh
changing.
my
Yeah,
God.
Patini's not changing at all here.
No, yeah. This is just
Eric, one
steamrolled.
touch away from being right. One touch away from being right. Oh,
Let's go, Patini.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great touch. Great touch.
Come on.
Right there.
Oh,
right there.
Keep fighting.
Gotta keep fighting.
come on, Favoretto. Pull it out.
She's gonna hit another tack to the low line.
Oh, nice parry.
off
Ooh.
target.
Okay.
She is so good at her body control to be able to go from like a para repost battle
Yeah.
to a counterattack closeout attempt.
Mm.
Forcing it here.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
Patini.
Is she
nearly
tucking her
lost it right
shoelaces
there.
in? What do you guys? She keeps reaching down for her foot. What's going on there?
I don't know.
Couldn't say.
Oh, there
Nice.
we go. There we go. One at a time.
One
One
at
at
a
a time.
One at a time.
I love watching it. These counterattacking fencers trying to finish on the counterattack. It's like very obvious for their opponents and scary because
I see it come back so bad.
really,
Yeah, it's just so much more fun that way.
it's true. Maybe a back flick here.
Oh.
All right, I called the action right, but I don't
No,
think
no
she's gonna
touch.
do it twice in a row.
It just feels like if Favoretto does everything she wants, she gets the touch.
Yeah.
Here we go. Slow push here from Bettini.
Ooh.
Oh, Favoretto catching her in prep.
Off target. Come on. Want to see something cool.
Okay, Favoretto pushing. Bettini responds.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't really do
Margins.
any of that play-by-play commentary.
You know,
All right.
I think play-by-play is overrated when you got a video in front of you.
It's
No
true.
doubt.
It's true. It's true. But maybe
It's
some people.
easier
are-
to do the play.
Oh, what
great
a
attack,
beautiful
great
finish.
the match.
wow.
Favoretto adding to that gold medal collection that is growing tournament by tournament.
Yeah.
Really? She's just
She
winning
is-
everything right now.
She is at the top of her game. And let's see. I mean, outside of an Olympic medal, she has just been balling out. It's really her and Lee Kiefer ahead of the pack. And Bettini, obviously, also world number 3 going into this. But Favoretto with now 7 World Cup golds.
All since 2023.
All since
Wow.
2023. Reign of Terror, adding her first of 2026. But she does also have some Grand Prix medals. She's just, look at that. Most of her medals are gold, which is even crazier.
crazy.
She's got
Yeah.
11 World Cup, 12 now, 7-5 ratio gold to bronze. And that's insane. I mean, she's got 10 World Cup and Grand Prix medals combined. And
Gold medals.
good. No, yeah, excuse me. That's 10 gold medals on a total of 18. So 10 out of 18 is a crazy ratio to have. And when she's on the podium, it is likely to be on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great day of fencing.
Wow.
Good for her.
Wow. Here, let's real quick just kill the screen share and wrap up our stream. Thank you guys for coming in.
Yo, no
Yeah, thanks
doubt,
everyone for
bro.
tuning in.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yo, shout out to the chat. This was
Shout out
fun.
chat.
This was fun, man.
So this is what we're seeing. Oop, what did I just do?
So Eric, you almost had them both right, bro.
That was close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm split.
Oh, that's weird. How'd you do that?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna just close this.
There you go.
All right.
Wow, look at the shot, bro.
Look at those handsome
This
guys.
lighting.
Thank you.
We don't normally look this good.
Speak for yourself.
For those of you that have tuned in, we still got 17 of y'all watching now. Thank you so much for tuning in to this direct elimination live stream. I think it's so cool to be able to do this and just share some of our love of the sport with you guys. And y'all clearly love the sport too if you're jumping in, watching with us. And we're really lucky to have other people that are as passionate as us in the New York City area, even with our friends Eric and Nick coming in to just not only give the foil perspective on foil fencing, but just take a stab at commentating. It's fun, it's scary, it's hard, but I had a great time.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks so much for inviting us, guys. We had the
Of course.
absolute blast. Just nowhere else I'd rather be right now.
Let's
Hell yeah,
go.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
And for those of you who are also still watching, we still got 13.
Yo.
Nick Prince makes really cool edits of anything that he takes part in. So we are going to get some cool content coming out of the Nick Prince pod, which we got to see some of that the last time that he was on a direct elimination live stream. He
Yes, sir.
clipped that up. So go check that out. And very soon you'll see some stuff coming out on this live stream. Before I close us out, Stephen, you got anything to give us?
Thank you all for spending your Saturday morning with us. Hopefully we got more of this coming up in the future. Foil Saver and Epe, thank you both for spending your Saturday morning and early afternoon with us here.
Yeah. Where
And-
can we find y'all on socials?
Nick Prince, and then Nick Prince Pod on TikTok, or Nick Prince on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not really on social media that much, but
Well, we put you in the description.
follow me
here
if you feel
as
like it.
Instagram.com/EZOOOBE.
That's me.
Eric Zobel, thank you so much, guys, for coming. Yeah, this has been another fun direct elimination event, and we'll see you next time.
Take
Cheers.
care.
Bye. How do we end the stream?
You got to click end stream.
Yeah, I gotta do it over there.
Oh, really? It's that button?
Bye.
Who was Grape Gang?
Where does it say it?
Top right.
Grape Gang, you still here?